Welcome everybody to the Heal Heat with our special guest, Wrestling with Honey. This is a review of night one. Oh my God, what a night! And our preview for night two. With me always, the only undisputed champion to my side over here. Down
Still
below,
uncrowned, by the way. I'm waiting for my belt to come. That nigga still owe me that belt.
down below we have Unconquered, and the next to him we have our special guest for this weekend, Wrestling with Honey. Oh, what is he getting? What is he getting?
Oh God, he's gonna go get big gold. I'm calling it.
He's gonna get Goldie.
Big gold.
Nah, not big gold. I was gonna ask Jay, did he really want this old thing right here that I
Yes,
still
I
had
do.
to sit down?
I want it. I want it.
With the name we don't use anymore
I
too.
don't care.
Yeah.
It's mine. I want it.
So just so you know, our previous original name was a 3 count until we found out there's somebody else that had that name already.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we changed it to the Heal Heat.
Boo.
Yeah, it's all good. We actually this one was actually a good one. We like the Heal Heat though.
We're heels at heart over here.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
we be chasing that stuff all the time. All right. So if you haven't seen night one, you might want to wait a little bit. I want to put a little thing on spoiler alert for night one. If you see it gone, come back.
If you
We'll
ain't
give you
see
previews.
it, if you ain't see it, just leave. Just get out. Get out.
Simple.
You can't sit with us. If you ain't see it, you missed it. You missed it. You missed it. Just stop. Rude today. It's a rude day. It's a rude day today. Last night was rude.
That's not stupid.
Last night was rude. It had no business
being that damn good.
All right, let's start off with the first match. Austin Theory and John Cena. It went literally like we thought it was going to go. I don't think there was any excuse. We all got that one right. We all
That
agreed.
was solid, like 3.5. Good starter.
Yeah.
Nothing really happened that like. Only thing that I'm kind of like, they gave him the visual tap.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I'm like, why?
That was like, I get it. I saw it. I was like, I get it. To give that whole thing, like, oh yeah, I won, and like make him look like that dumb part. But it was like, come on, man, it's John Cena. He don't do him like that. You know what I mean?
Bro,
that's the second time he looked defeated at WrestleMania, and it was on Austin Theory, which was like,
It's like, all right, like I get it, but like, I mean, that's not how I would have booked it. But
yeah,
I mean, sure, he still looks like a chicken shit heel, so cool. Like, I guess
he just looks more like a dirtbag, which is great for him.
yeah, like fantastic for him. But I mean, I think the combination of that and what happened at Sand and Deliver, I'm almost like, okay, are we doing an open challenge Monday?
Right, where are they going with it?
Yeah, like, is Braun Breaker gonna show up Monday? Like, is that what we're doing here? Because that's what I just feel like.
and that's the thing. That's the thing I hate though, because they literally do that. They put Braun Breaker there, beats him. It's like you literally put a rocket to Braun Breaker already, and you literally deflate Austin Theory.
I mean, yes and no, just because I kind of look at it in the vein of like, he's done everything that he could do as U.S. champion. Like, there's really not much else to do with him.
Right.
So, like, him losing the title is like, I guess you're going to, like, the only way to do it is if you are almost guaranteeing that he's now going to be in a permanent fixture in the main event as a heel. I mean, is he the biggest heel? I don't think so. But Raw doesn't actually have a monster heel.
Yeah.
That's a part of the problem, is that, like, you now have to kind of manufacture these big-time opponents for whoever wins the championship. And Raw just doesn't have anybody. Like, they have Seth, and that's kind of it.
And Seth is technically a face.
Yeah. So
Seth is a face now.
So it's like you need a monster heel, and it's like, I kind of get it, because you could almost see like a situation where someone plays John Cena's music. John doesn't show up, but they just play his music, and Austin kind of just freezes and then gets caught with Braun Breaker's finisher. So it's one of those situations where he didn't technically lose of his own merit. He got caught lacking because he fucked up.
Right.
And then he's just like, you know what? It's okay. Everybody wants to be against me. You guys are a joke. I got bigger and better things to go after. I'm going after the champion. Or you can just set it up as like he technically was the Money in the Bank winner. We are moving towards Money in the Bank. So screw it.
They better
really,
not.
No, it's more so like you start saying sowing the seeds for Money in the Bank. We're like, all right, he's gonna go for the Money in the Bank again kind of situation. And you just kind of start that storyline now because you got like 2 months.
So yeah.
This one was just kind of like, I don't really know what we're doing here, but it went the way we thought it was going to go, but it's the bigger question is like, what now?
If I may interject, nice shirt. If I may interject, I like getting into like all of the parts of the matches in WrestleMania from beginning to end, like even to entrances. John Cena's Make-A-Wish entrance was the bomb. I will say shout outs to John Cena. He's the freaking man for that. Like that's what makes such a so good. And that's one of the reasons why I couldn't stand him, because it's like, dude, I want to find something to not stand about you. I want to find something to hate about you. You're so nice.
Oh wait, I got a story. I'll let you finish, but I got a story about that.
Oh, nice. So, but I think also the lesson that John Cena is always given, for the kids, never give up. So even if the kids did go there and got their wish granted to meet John Cena and go to WrestleMania, and there's kids there that saw Cena for the first time or for the 100th time, regardless, what the lesson is with Cena is that he never gives up, regardless of loss. He doesn't take he takes the the wins just as well as he takes the defeats just as well as he takes the wins. You know what I mean? And he takes pride in not giving up. So if he could bounce back, I guess, and they might have one more go round at Backlash, or they might like make it a 3-round thing. I don't know, but I don't see Cena just sitting down so easily for Austin Theory after one loss. Me personally.
All right, real quick. Story time.
Yeah, story time. Give me story time.
So I went out and hung out with some friends, had some cigars and all that stuff, like a week ago already.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the guys, he's like, "Oh yeah, John Cena lives like in the area where I live by." So apparently, the story is, if he sees somebody elderly or like a woman by herself that has done grocery shopping and he's driving by, the man will literally, "Hey, do you need help taking these inside? Do you need help?" Like he'll stop out of his way and help them carry the bags.
Mm-hmm.
And he still drives his old Jeep.
That's so crazy.
It makes me sick.
Like,
really makes
vomit. Like, why do you gotta be so nice and so good? Like, and what's crazy is when I went to WrestleMania and he came out after Elias, that was Thugonomics Cena. I got Thugonomics Cena. I was just like, holy crap! But I kind of missed Thugonomics Cena, but we know he's never gonna go back to that.
No,
don't remind me about 35. I'm still salty that they gave Kurt Angle's last match to fucking Baron Corbin instead of.
I know.
We're not gonna talk about that.
No, let's
we don't talk about that.
Let's go on to the next one.
Because we're straining.
We don't talk about
that. All right.
But Austin Theory and Cena, it was the match. They did what they needed to do with that match. Like we all knew that he was gonna win that one.
It was a good warm-up match.
I was surprised though when I think it was more a surprise to me when I actually heard the ref tap for the third, and I was like, "Oh shit, he really did beat him! Look at that! Look at Austin Theory just."
All right, the tag team matches: Street Profits, Viking Raiders.
This was unexpectedly like a wall.
Go ahead, Benny.
Chad fucking Gable.
Chad motherfucking Gable.
I had to pause that. I was like, I paused it. My brother-in-law was like, went to the bathroom. I was like, holy shit! I was like,
yeah.
I was like, you gotta see this shit.
Deadlifted.
When they teased the first part, they gave him a little tease for the German. I'm like, there's no way we're making it through this match without him actually pulling this off. And then I saw him go for the chaos theory, and I'm like, oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. He pulls this move off, and I'm like, you know what? There ain't no excuse. I need my fat ass back in the gym right now. And by right now, I mean later in the week because I ain't going to the gym right now.
No.
The shit that got me was he literally did a German suplex and then literally held it in place for the. I was like, holy shit!
The whole
I,
time. The
I
whole
was like, you literally suplexed this dude and held him on. Like I was like, damn man! I was like, they gotta put something on him. They got to.
I'm surprised that match was as good as it was.
It was crazy. It was a chaotic match that worked for that group.
Yes. Yes.
As crazy as it sounds.
Mm-hmm. And what's funny is I'm watching the match, and I'm literally like jaw dropped, like at all the like sequences that were happening. Like there was one point in time where shit just was nonstop, you know. And what was the one thing? Oh, it was the Viking Raiders. They were wilding out. I was like, wait a minute, why are they giving me? I was just talking about this yesterday. They're giving me the what I've asked for. I've said I haven't seen them really do much to give me like the stuff that they used to do in war games. And then last night, that match was a freaking banger. I was like,
they tap our
holy
phones.
shit.
Telling you, you're gonna learn that they tap.
Nah, I got a phone call. That was what that was. I got a phone
good.
call, and my iPad decided to be stupid. But yeah, no, continue.
No, what I was saying is that yesterday I was saying Viking Raiders haven't given me enough to go on, because remember I was saying I want to pick them, but I can't because they're not really giving me much to watch. Like they're not doing what they used to do, like they did in all the War Games matches and in Black and Gold NXT, all those crazy matches they would do, Eric and Ivar. But last night shut me right the hell up.
Yeah, I'm like,
me the hell up.
I'm like, can we get a Rico Montez match, like just a one-on-one Rico Montez?
Please.
Oh
God,
like,
bro, just give me that.
Just one solo, one-on-one, please.
Just one.
Yeah. Oh my God, ridiculous. Those guys.
And I need to make sure we don't get through this without shouting out Angelo Dawkins for absolutely wiping Braun Strowman the fuck out.
Like, wow. I was like, yeah. I was like, yo, let's
that
go.
was the blind side of all blind sides. Like,
I
Jesus
think,
Christ.
for the longest time since Keith Lee sent Adam Cole into orbit, that has been my de facto pounce. All right. I think it's over. Dawkins got it from me right now, yo.
I love Dawkins. I love Street Profits.
Not to mention, like, can we just talk about the level of work it took for them to get to that physique? Like, both of them are in incredible shape.
Mm-hmm.
I give Dawkins a lot of credit. I give Dawkins a lot of credit.
Mm-hmm.
And like he's at this point almost all muscle, and to decleat this man decleated Braun.
Yeah.
Off like maybe 2 steps, maybe.
Yeah.
Awesome. Like, my God.
Oh man, that was pretty much just as good as watching Keith Lee just freaking shoot Adam Cole's face. That was one of the most classic.
Just one thing. Otis, please don't wear any light colors ever again.
Nah,
stick
bro.
Dark colors.
Your man was dangling the whole night. Like, sir, Otis, like, respect, Playboy. Like, I respect it, but God, sir.
Oh no, I'm talking about because once he turned around and you see like the swamp ass and the stuff behind the back, I'm like, I don't need to see that. I'm like, bro,
he got sweaty ass.
Yeah, I'm like, my man got swamp ass. I was like, yo, I was like, don't do Otis like that with the swamp ass. Come on.
I need this, and he's growing back his mullet. So I'm like, I need this Otis thing to get hit. Like, I need them to do this. I need them to do this right now.
It needs to work. It has to.
Yeah.
And
I don't know what the hell you do with Chad, but honestly,
I thought he would do the worm. We took this. I was like, oh, we get the worm. I was like, oh.
I know. Anytime that man is in there and he takes his straps off and he starts wiggling his hips, I'm like, oh my God, here we go. This man, here we go. What's he about to do now? He's a riot.
Nah, but the finish was also like, it's Benny's worst nightmare with his best nightmare, because it was a roll up, but it was a roll up after a frog splash combo, and I'm like,
oh my God, brutal.
Man, listen.
So brutal.
I was like, I don't understand how I've never thought of that combination, but it worked so well.
I am crying for Ricochet's ribs right now.
Jesus Christ.
And Montez.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They be hauling themselves.
I'm there. I'm like, yo, D'Angelo had to be like, yo, hold your breath, tighten the mask real quick. I was like, damn.
Yeah, when the meat
Everything
went
you
up, I was
got.
like, oh. I was like, and I already knew it was gonna be them. I knew it. I was like, it had to be them. But I was just very happy with all 4 teams because I think all 4 teams solidified themselves back into the game and the tag team,
Oh, and can we talk
team
about Braun, who is Mr. Anti-Flippity Flop?
Oh yeah.
The top rope. I thought that. I'm like, there's no way they're gonna let this man do this.
Biggest top rope jump I've ever seen in my life.
He almost fell. I seen it. I was like, please
dude.
God, do not let his ankles buckle on this.
I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Please don't do nothing crazy.
Up on the top. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
I was like, don't do a Brock Lesnar, please.
Oh yeah, no, don't try to do like a fucking shooting star press.
Nah.
I was like, just keep it simple, just Superfly or something. I was like, all right, cool. You don't do a Sid Vicious, no. I was like, we don't need that. We already had Martin like break his. Like, we don't need nobody else.
Can you?
But I mean,
can you imagine being there live in the audience and seeing that big fucker jump off the top like that?
But also,
because even watching him and Ricochet enter and the way they zoomed out of the camera, the set was huge. The set was fire. The set was amazing. They did a killer job. But even when you see them both walking down and they zoom out, Braun Strowman is still a big motherfucker from far away. He's huge. Yeah. I mean, we've seen him up close too, but he's Jesus Christ.
I mean, I think this is the best scenario that they could have done to have Braun, who is so anti like the big spots and the big flippy guys. You put him with the flippiest of flippy guys.
It works.
And
let them do it.
But I think what happens is Braun has now grown an appreciation for that style of wrestling because he's with like the person where he looks at these guys and it's not a situation where, oh, you guys don't work as hard as I do. That's why you have to do the flippy stuff. It's like Ricochet still lifts as much as he does. Ricochet still has the power in his arsenal. And then you're working with Eric and Ivar, who are, in my opinion, 2 absolute specimens from God himself, because neither dude looks like they're in shape. And the stuff that they do with the quickness.
They have no business being able to do that shit.
There's no reason on God's green earth that they should look like that and do what they do. And then you just have Montez and Dawkins, who are just absolute athletes. Like, that's all I can say. And Chad Gable is a cheat code. Chad Gable is a fucking cheat code of like human existence. Like, God gave him everything but height. He was like, I can't make you perfect, so I'm not gonna make you 6 foot. Like, I'm gonna give you a struggle, so I'm gonna make you 5'6". That's literally the only, like, he's like Chris Benoit Dean Malenko with like the strength of Braun Strowman or Brock, and it's like this should not fit in this small size.
No,
I don't know what you do with Chad Gable going forward, but if you heard the crowd, he immediately after he hit that, he's over. He's over. Like,
at this point,
I don't know what you're gonna do with him, but he's over. Like, personally, put that man back in the U.S. title picture. Like, stop bullshitting and put a title on this man. Like,
give him a strap. Give him a strap.
Give that man the strap. Like, I want a lot of people to have the strap, but like, I need Chad Gable as U.S. champion.
Yeah, he's paid a lot of dues. He's paid a lot of dues. From Shorty Gable to this.
Like, please, yo, give this man and give him a U.S. president gimmick. Like, give him the U.S. president gimmick.
Oh my God.
Please give him the U.S. president gimmick if you were trying to give to everybody else that it never worked. It will work with Chad.
Corporate. How funny would that be?
It will work with him, though. It would work 1,000%. Put him in a suit.
I'm putting it in the air. Corporate Gable. Book it.
Thank you. I'm telling you. Do it.
I want to see what that would be like. Just to see what would happen. I just want to see what would happen.
I'm telling you, it'll work. And I want him to like start it by like trying to run for #1 contender for the U.S. title to make it strictly presidential. And so he can keep the whole thank you.
Thank you. And
he can keep that. And you just keep pushing it and pushing it. And like, I don't know if you make him a face or a heel, because at this point it doesn't fucking matter. He's just amazing. But you find a way to put the strap on him.
Yeah.
I don't care who he has to be. I don't care whose title reign he has to end. I don't care at this point.
Seriously.
Put the title.
No matter what title, he's gold. He's gold.
Like, I want him. Honestly, I would love for him to bring back the European title with the U.S. president gimmick, just to be an absolute dick.
That would be funny.
That would just to be a dick.
All right.
Isn't there an event in London coming up?
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank is in London.
Money in the Bank. Okay. Huh?
All right.
Money in the Bank.
What do you think? You guys want to talk too much about the Seth Logan Paul one, or just skim over it?
Again, it's one of those situations where we shouldn't be surprised how good Logan Paul is. It's just not fair.
Get out.
Logan Paul is a cheat code. It's not fair. But Seth Rollins makes everyone look good.
Take the trash out. That's all.
Seth
did this. He grabbed 2 big bags of trash and threw it the fuck out of the SoFi Stadium. That's what he did.
Nah, that super kick though, Jesus Christ. I feel like that was a super kick for all the real fans.
You know what?
Let's talk about the swag. The Seth swag though. The Seth swag.
Oh, the Elton John. You can call it the Elton John, the Owen Hart, the Shawn Michaels. Like, he channeled every flamboyant figure in history and made it look good. I don't know what the hell the inspiration was, but I do not care.
I loved it.
I loved it. And then the conductor coming out. Oh,
that was great.
Freaking awesome.
That was great.
I can only imagine being in the stadium and hearing that.
I'd have been mad because everybody was
in the stadium, that probably sounded a whole lot better than it would have on TV, which is why they were piping in the music in the sound.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that SoFi is so damn huge, like the sound all traveled up to the top of the building, so it's just like, it didn't sound on TV as loud as it probably did in that stadium. So I'm like, I'll forgive them for like them piping in the noise at that point.
It was loud.
But one thing I wanted to
touch on blast in my house at 3 a.m. Did not care.
One thing I did want to touch on is I give Kevin Dunn a lot of shit. The way they hid Seth Rollins right before he hit that super kick, amazing.
Woo.
Thank you.
Woo. And I called it too. That's the sad part. Is I was looking up. This is a super kick. This has got to be a super kick because I'm like, he did not hit a super kick the whole match.
Nope.
I'm like, this has got to be a super kick spot.
But when he was when he was rallying at the end, he like turned around, did like some shrieking Ultimate Warrior shit. I was like, yo, this man's about to end it. It's over. It's over. He did a pedigree.
Yeah.
Everything. The stomps.
The one that I'll give Logan is that one move he did. He literally like jumped from the mat to the top of the turnbuckle in one shot.
Oh my God!
Boom.
Yes.
And then he jumped. I'm like, wow. I'm like, I can't stand the man, but I will give him credit for like the athleticism he actually has.
Yeah.
If he only took shit seriously and then like was so into himself and so blown over hit it. Like, I was like, wow. But
I'll give it to him. His brother's a better boxer, but he's a far better. Like, I personally think Logan Paul he's made to be a wrestler. Like, he's just I hate him as a human being just because of his track record speaks for itself. Like, he's a deplorable human being. But if you ever want to have a redemption arc with wrestling fans, like if there's one crowd of people that will forgive your transgressions, let him go for like a year straight, 52 weeks, and be on wrestling consistently. He will never do no wrong in the eyes of wrestling fans.
Yeah.
Because even though his contract is ending, doesn't mean they can't renegotiate a new one and bring him back some other way.
From what I heard, they're actually negotiating. They just haven't come to an agreement yet. So he's coming back.
It a long time to come to that agreement.
Yeah. All right, going up for what y'all think about the 6-women tag team match?
I don't think anything because I was in the shower.
During the women's match? Oh man.
The tag match?
No, I had to go to work. I had to go to work last night, so I had to find some time to do it.
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, piss pick match.
What's crazy? Well, all right. I will say this. For us yesterday being that was the match that we did not care about, I actually kind of ended up caring about it a little bit only because I really wanted to see what was going to happen, and nothing happened, and I was just like, oh, Okay.
I can't even tell you who won that match.
I mean, they looked good. The girls look good. They always look good. Trish looked. I can't.
I just don't think they built up to it like they should have. It didn't make me care. It didn't make me care.
Yeah.
Yeah. It did make me care a little bit, but I just liked. It was just nice. I think it's just basically more for the fact that it was Lita and Trish in there, and it's Becky.
Yeah.
And just putting Becky over a little bit more in a legendary factor on her way over. Like, you know what I mean? But I just love seeing Trish and Lita, and Trish looks good. Trish slays my life.
The throwback to I think what they said was WrestleMania 18 or something.
Yeah.
If she had a WrestleMania 18, I'm like, yo, she's still wearing that, bro. At 50 something years old.
I was saying that. I was like, these women are mid 40s, close to 50s, with babies at home, and they're
like
Trish, not Lita.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah, Trish, especially Trish. Trish is the oldest one. I'm like, how?
Like, bro, hats off. Like, when I seen she brought back the cowgirl hat, and I'm like, all the memories just came back.
The TNA.
I was just like,
it came back.
I wanted Albert to come out, even if he came out in a suit. I wanted him to come out with her so bad. I wanted it. I get it. They can't do it without Test. I understand, but like, the nostalgia pop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that, I mean,
yeah. I have kids with dirt bikes by my house. Don't mind that. They ride dirt bikes by my house because there's like a path behind me where it's just all like fielded stuff. Don't worry about that.
All right, so we start off with the first of the 3 matches I know we're gonna want to talk about. The father-son match. The intros were amazing.
I called it. Man, Dom came out with the Halloween Havoc fit. I'm like, let's go, you little demon.
Yeah, Halloween Havoc. That's what it was. I was trying to think where the inspiration for that outfit was from. Oh my god.
Yeah. This shit was hilarious. My man came out. Who goes to jail in wrestling gear?
Word, like you was with a beanie and wrestling.
My man was in his cell, in his gear. I was like, this is wild.
Hollywood doesn't always think things through sometimes. There's always those mishaps that happen in the movies. So I guess that was one of them.
It worked though. It worked.
It did. And not for nothing. When Dom came out and they showed him sitting in there with his freaking hood and the mask on and his music started playing, I'm like, that's my boy right there. Look at my boy right there. Like, you can't tell me you don't see star from this kid. He was perfect the whole match. Ray was phenomenal. The entrance with Snoop Dogg, freaking Guerrero's music hit. I was crying, screaming. I put my volume all the way up. 3 a.m. still did not care. Oh my god, I loved it.
The best part of it was though that I found out this morning. Vicky posted. Vicky was in the crowd. Vicky was in the crowd. And I'm like, they should have sat her next to Angie.
Yeah.
I don't think she's with she's not with AEW no more, right? Or is she?
No,
her contract's up. Her contract's up.
I don't know why they didn't say the next to Angie.
I think they should have sat her next to Angie.
Right.
Maybe if anything, she was probably backstage.
No, she was up. She was I think she was in like one of the balcony ones. She was up a little bit, but like just my heart. Like I saw that and I'm just like,
I had chills when his music hit. When I heard Viva la Raza, I was like, you
know what though?
Being Puerto Rican and Latino, I was just like,
I will say I would have 100% liked it so much better if it was Dom that used it, not Ray. Dom should have used it, not Ray.
He would have gotten so much more heat on that.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you would have had him drive out and not have the Judgment Day music, but you would have heard the Viva la Raza, and then that would have hit before his Judgment Day music.
I think he would have been fine with the way he came out. Have his music come out, and then when he got up to the stage, play Viva la Raza, hit the chest, do the shimmy,
take off the mask and do the or come out in a black and purple like we thought he would have, but Ray kind of beat him to that with Snoop Dogg,
which is fine. I'm just trying to figure out Ray's mask the whole freaking night. I'm like, what is this mask about?
The Grand Muda. That was
the Great Muda.
The Great Muda.
The Great Muda.
That was Muda.
Okay. Okay.
I was like, when I seen it, I'm like, okay, Muda makes sense. It would have still made more sense if he would have sprayed him with the mist, though.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved that.
Oh my god.
Time out on that. Or pause on that.
But yeah.
Just pause on that.
That comes from later night too. But
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I liked it. I like the way it ended. I like the whole thing about it.
It was perfect.
It worked out, and then Bad Bunny getting involved too. I was like,
Yeah, no, the
I was
setup-
like,
the
I
setup
was
for
like-
backlash. I was
Backlash,
like,
Puerto
whoa.
Rico, let's go. Give me Dom.
I'm like,
Bad
I'm like, what's
Give it to
going
me.
on here? Bad Bunny's there. I'm like, why is he here? I'm like, okay, what's going on? I'm like, shit. I'm like running through
I
all the
didn't
stuff in
even
my head.
think about him towards the end. I completely forgot they showed him.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, hold on. All right, Bad Bunny's there. All right, he's got his friendship with Damian Priest.
That's what I was thinking. I thought he was
Then
going to
the
work
way-
for Judgment Day.
That's what I was going to. I was like, all right, so there's gonna be a beef with Judgment Day and LWO, and they got our numbers. So I'm like, okay, Bad Bunny was like, oh yo, that's my boy Damian Priest. Evens the numbers out, blah blah blah. I was like, okay, so they made Damian Priest look good because he took out the two of the guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's cool. But then I was like, all right, Bad Bunny not doing anything. I was like, all right, cool. And then when Don comes out with a chain, and Bad Bunny comes out, I was like, oh,
The pop
okay,
when Bad Bunny even got up
yeah.
and he grabbed it, I was like, oh.
And the
So-
fact he just looked at him and was like, nah, you're not doing that shit. We not doing this. I was like, word?
I straight up want to go back and and watch the Spanish version of
That's what I was
Just
saying.
to hear
I know you
Just
gotta
to
go
hear
back
that-
to the Spanish version.
that match, just that match. 'Cause I
Yes.
want to hear Bad Bunny the whole time.
Yeah.
I can't watch it because I don't understand what the hell's going on. But I'm just like, I can
Subtitles,
only imagine the
subtitles.
Spanish commentary.
You do
Yeah.
understand what's going on. You know what happened. Just put
I know
some-
what happened, but I mean, like in terms of like the commentary, I'm like, I don't know. That's not
I
my
would
wheelhouse, bro.
knowing me, I would still do it just to see, and I would put subtitles and I just because I mean I am Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm from the Bronx, but I don't speak Spanish. Like I'm that Puerto Rican.
Don't worry, I was only ever taught the bad words.
like most of
we
us.
all know.
Here's the thing, though, too. I'd rather watch it live because of the fact they won't clean up his language.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
he's known to slip a couple of times with bad words,
Oh yeah.
and I'd rather watch it live so now I can get the full like what he's saying.
Yeah.
Because I remember a couple episodes on Raw, I think it was, that he was coming out, was talking. I told you guys like, oh shit, he just cursed. They didn't bleep that shit out. When you watch it on YouTube, they bleep it out. I was like, motherfuckers. I was like, they cleaned it up.
Motherfucker. We like the curses, damn it. We like the curses.
Yeah, leave it in there. Nobody's gonna know about it. Be all right.
Profanity. Give me what I want.
But all right, so that wasn't that bad.
That
That
was a
wasn't that
great
bad.
match.
It was.
That was a
I
good
love the entrance.
I was
All right.
not happy with being wrong, but
Right.
it was okay to be wrong. It
That's
was
what I'm saying.
because it was a great match and it happened the way it needed to, and you needed to portray Dom in an even deeper heel light. You know.
And it was the post match setup for Backlash. I think that's the biggest thing for me is the post match setup. Like, and then Triple H comes back and doubles down on it in the press conference. They asked him about Bad Bunny. He said, Bad Bunny has my number. If he wants to have a match at Backlash, we can have a conversation. I'm like, please,
Can
God,
I get his number?
book it. Book it. Book this.
See, I wouldn't put it past them if there's like a short,
Triple
let's say
H.
like 4 matches on the card,
Mhm.
but the Dom and Bad Bunny match is like literally like the Pat McAfee and the Miz match.
I think it's going to be more than that, though, because I think Dominic is going to do what Austin Theory did with Cena, where Bad Bunny doesn't have to be there to respond, but he's going to keep egging on his promos from now on are going to be less about Ray and more about how he got screwed by Bad Bunny.
Dom
Right.
gonna be mad. Dom gonna
Right,
be
but I'm saying though, is like I don't think it's gonna be a match on the card, but it'll be a match made on the fly that they.
Nah, I think it's going to be a match on the
true
card.
because he is the
100%.
host. He's hosting Backlash. It's not that he's
Yeah.
wrestling there, but he
No.
could.
But again,
we
I
saw
think-
what happened with host last night. So
I think
Yeah.
with this one, because because Bad Bunny is such a figure in Puerto Rican culture, and he's gonna be like the center point. He's gonna show up before Backlash,
yeah,
and
Yeah.
that's how they're gonna set up the match. He may only show up once, but he's going to show up before Backlash.
Yeah, but I
I was
think
just glad he had his hair brushed back last
yeah,
night.
the only thing I can see is the pop will be different if you look at a last minute match compared to like he'll get a good pop if it's a match is set up. But
Mhm.
think about the pop he'll get if it's like a last minute match. Like, all we doing is, yeah, let's go. Like the pop will be different. I think that's what they're going to look for. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? You could be right. They might set it up because he's a host and everything like that. You know.
Not to mention,
watch this motherfucker Dom start making music videos and shit. And,
I can't wait.
And diss tracks.
I can't wait. Let it happen. Give me every bit of it.
Funny as fuck.
Not to mention,
I need a track with him behind bars too.
Oh my god, yes.
I need the feature. I need one featuring Finn Balor though. I need one featuring Finn Balor.
I need one featuring Cody Rhodes too.
Oh yeah. You gotta have one featuring Cody Rhodes.
If I had to tell Dom anything right now, it's just boy, ride this motherfucking wave, man. Just
make niggas hate you, bro.
Get all the heat you can,
all of it,
and because they're gonna love you later.
Yeah, that's what I said. When he turns face, oh my god, when he turns face. Holy Jesus!
Turns on Judgment Day, or he could take over Judgment Day. Oh my god, you don't know.
I'm still going with the whole he's gonna take over LWO.
He could.
But
remember, we said that they have to be a heel. That faction is not meant to be a face.
Yeah.
No, but I think it'll be like the Bullet Club.
Making it a heel face now, so.
But I think it'll be like the Bullet Club, where like he'll run it for a little while, and then whoever the next up and coming like Spanish star is, I don't really know who it is right now. Honestly, I don't see anybody in NXT. But whoever like the next upcoming Spanish star is could do like the evolution thing when Randy Orton finally got to the top and they turned on him. I think once Judgment Day or whatever faction, or best case, once Rhea turns on him and you can switch him to a face, he's gonna have so much. So he's gonna be so over, it's gonna be ridiculous.
I'm putting on BP just because I feel like it.
All right. What I think, my opinion, was the match of the night. Rhea winning and defeating Charlotte.
Let's give it up for the ladies, please.
Like, bro,
hell of a match. I'm not gonna lie.
I can say, arguably, it's probably the best women's championship match I've ever seen. Like, it rivals Bayley and Sasha in Brooklyn.
Yes.
It rivals Bayley and Sasha in Brooklyn. But I still put it amongst the best championship matches, period. I think it's very hard for me not to put it in my top 5, but it's definitely in my top 10 now.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, Charlotte annoyed me a few times because Rhea will come in, good moves, and then Charlotte will counter, but it's like she was never phased. And I'm like, what the? Come on. Like, I don't care if you counter and come back with a move, but at least drop down like you like, oh my, it took so much out of you. Like,
I think what your issue is exactly what you were just getting ready to say, is because you had such a good example of how to do that with Sami Zayn.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been more examples before that. I'm just saying if you're watching WrestleMania, that's an example to watch and look at. Literally took which we'll get into later, but like she'll literally take a slam, take a powerbomb, take all this, and then she'll come back with a clothesline and sit up. And I'm like, women, did you not just get your ass beat at least for the last 2-3 minutes?
She's got that Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Super Cena thing about her, where it's like Drew does it sometimes too, where it's just like like that's just that thing of like they get the random burst of energy and then they're fried, and then they get the random burst of energy and then they're fried. Like, it's just that's just how she wrestles.
Yeah, but somebody's gotta like let her know. It's like it's I'm okay with it, but it's just she has to add that little piece on top of it to make it work better, flow better. It didn't take away much for the match. It's just me being extra picky about it.
Can we talk about the love for German suplexes tonight though? Like, Jesus
Christ.
Jesus
Except
Christ.
for that one. Jesus.
I thought her nose was like
I literally thought she broke her nose.
She fell flat on her fucking face, dog.
Face plant.
I felt that in my spine.
The sound that the crowd let out, it wasn't even it was a concerned
it was like
I thought she was like, I'm like, is she moving? Like, she's up, right? Like,
I thought they were gonna throw up the X. That and when she hit the bottom turnbuckle on that reverse power bomb. My Lord.
But
I was, oh God.
This match was a hard hitting fucking match for a woman.
Mm-hmm.
These bitches hit each other.
Yeah.
Like they were hurting each other.
You swore like they didn't like each other or something. Like you don't like each other.
That
Like,
was they wrestled real stiff, and I'm like, okay, I think Triple H took a little bit of like some of Athena's matches from AEW and Ring of Honor, and was like, you know what? I'm gonna just let y'all go. Like, if y'all want to wrestle stiff, we're not gonna put any boundaries on y'all about like you got to make it look good because you're women or nah. If you want to wrestle stiff, fucking wrestle stiff. Like I'm
actually gonna give it to them.
For shit.
I'm gonna give it to Charlotte and Rhea just because of the fact that I know Charlotte, for more so than Rhea, because you heard it more from her, was really pushing for this match to be the main event. And when it ended up them not having the main event, I think the two of them got together and be like, you know what? How about we show them that this should have been the main event?
Right. Yeah. Facts. There's no shade because not for nothing, I'm sure Kevin Owens and the Usos were like,
yeah,
we gotta follow that. Can we get an upper match
quick? Like everybody in the back had to be watching that match.
Not to get too far ahead or whatever, but I'm sitting up here, I'm seeing this double big boot that the two of these are going to hit each other with. I'm like, hey, yo, Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. Now y'all gonna have to do better now. Yeah, and I'm already calling the Claymore Brogue spot. Y'all gonna have to do that jump flying.
I will say already with everything that we've seen and discussed, night 2 has some big shoes.
Yes, it does.
I can't fall.
Not for nothing. It's crazy that not one thing on night 1 missed for me personally. Not one thing, because even though there was just some parts where like, okay, it wasn't like, oh my fucking god, this shit again. Like nothing about that was.
Yeah,
it was
like great. It's like the women's match. Like I said, it did what it needed to do.
Yeah.
Like Theory, Cena, they did what they needed to do, and it was fine. You're not picking at like you're saying, like
there's no need to.
Like the matches worked how they were intended to do, and that was pretty much it.
Rhea, shout outs to fucking Rhea Ripley. She got her moment and she deserved it.
Also,
mommy is
history maker.
Both of them. Both of them. Before they
both
even
of them have the distinction of being Charlotte was the last woman to hold the Divas Championship. No one can ever get that Grand Slam again. And Rhea was one of the only women to hold the NXT UK Women's Championship, and they can't get that back. And she now has the modern day Grand Slam. Can't nobody get it now. The championship is retired. The only other person that can come back and do it is if they rehire Mandy Rose. She's the only other person that can do it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be juicy. But Charlotte, shout outs to Charlotte and Rhea, because that was
word. I'll give Charlotte her flowers for sure.
They were hitting each other hard. There was one moment where you heard Charlotte say, "Oh shit."
Oh, the shots to the spine of the back. Yeah.
On her in the kidneys, like in her back, dog. I was like, I know that hurt. That had to hurt. Like, were hurting each other.
She gonna need an ice bath. She gonna need an ice bath from on. Like, if I'm Andrade watching this, like I got the ice in the tub already. Like I'm pre cool in the ice right now.
Before she even went out, he was saying.
Yeah. Yep.
Cause ain't no way, bro. You seen the bruises form on her ribs, the bruises on her cat. Like she had visible bruising before the match was over, and I'm like, good God.
Rhea
yes. Thank you for bringing that up. Like I said,
she ate them for dinner, honey.
I'm hoping that Rhea does not look like Dragunov after the Walter match. But I would not be surprised if she does, because Charlotte was trying to chop the soul out of this woman.
Yeah.
I'm thankful she doesn't have implants, because them joints might have popped.
Yeah. And like I said it last night, I needed Rhea to stop kicking Charlotte in the chest while she was on the ground. I'm like, please, sis. She's had issues with these things before.
Like, please stop.
Like, if she goes away for a little while, I want it to be of her own volition, not before emergency surgery. All right.
Oh man,
that was definitely match of the night.
Yeah,
I agree.
And because of the fact that they were trying to do what I said was impossible, they literally put a freaking buffer match between the last two matches.
Part of me
to clean the palate.
Oh yeah. Part of me was actually, like subconsciously thinking like, what if they find a way to make Charlotte keep this belt somehow? What if they
My brother kept saying the same thing. Next was like, yo, Charlotte might retain. Charlotte might retain. I'm like, bro, if you don't shut up, like, no.
When she kicked out of the first Riptide, I was just like, oh shit.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, who would come out and do this, like mess with this match? And I'm thinking of all the women there. I couldn't help but think of, for some reason, Zelina Vega. I know that's random, but it's kind of technically wouldn't be, because it technically would have to do with Rhea Ripley, who's Judgment Day and like LW. And then, but then I was like, but that wouldn't make sense for Zelina to help Charlotte keep the belt if she wants the belt, but she could say from one queen to another, I want you. So I got Rhea out of the way to fucking, snake her way in there. But I was just thinking of anything random. I was like, Vince would find a way to fuck this up somehow. He would, but I'm glad he didn't. And whoever was responsible for putting that match together, the sequences.
Jason Jordan.
That was Jason?
That was Jason.
Wow.
Alpha Academy.
I will give you credit.
Also,
Jason Jordan, you have match of the night. Sorry, sir.
The man made history. First time ever, 2 females, a female referee, and a female announcer at WrestleMania. That man put him in the history books. I understand his career got cut short, and I don't know what his quality of life is like, but at this point, maybe give it 5 years. That man needs to go in the Hall of Fame as a producer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because to do what he's done after having his career after having his career cut short, that man already has a Hall of Fame production resume. They need to give that man his flowers. Seriously. He needs to go in the Hall of Fame as a producer. 100%.
Jason Jordan, match of the night.
All right. So going to the last main event match, which was an emotional ride, like I said it was going to be.
Bro.
Golly, it was emotional.
I was waiting for Kevin to turn on him the whole time. I'm not even going to lie to you. I was waiting for Kevin the whole time.
Really? Y'all too?
I really was.
Nah, I would.
Kevin is a dog, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Kevin is a dog, bro.
I know. But Go ahead.
No, you go.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I couldn't believe that the ref counted 3. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I was wrong. Right before they did it, I was like, I was fucking wrong. And they ended it the way they did. And I was just like, wow.
Nah, bro. Wow. When Sammy was kicking out of everything, I'm like, there's no, like, after they hit him with the double Uso splash, I'm like, all right, that's it. Cool. I was getting up. So, and then he kicked out, and I just stopped. I like froze. I'm like, there's no fucking way they're going to do this.
When they kicked out of the ones and dones, that's when I knew. I was like, it's called one and done. We're supposed to be done. Why is it done?
What got me?
Never kicked out of one and done.
What got me, and I'm going to incriminate myself a bit or whatever, because of the fact that I was kind of sort of like this the entire time while I was trying to get to work. So what got me is they actually pulled the Kyle O'Reilly kick out, where Sammy just happened to throw that one shoulder up off of the mat. When I saw that, I'm like, there's no way they're beating them. There's no way they're beating them.
I laughed so hard at one point. I mean, I know we're skipping. I'm going right to the end really quick, because I just want to say Sami Zayn sells like a mother. Sells like a motherfucker. And he... the hell?
Out there trying to censor you already.
But the way that motherfucker came in after getting the hot tag at the end, and the crowd is losing their fucking mind, and he's standing there looking at Jey Uso, and I said, this nigga's Super Saiyan mode has just been activated. It's over. I said, it's over. This motherfucker is like, oh my God.
Did you guys catch what he said after the second Halula kick?
No.
When he grabbed him, it's like, it's so quick. He grabs him and like looks at him. He says, "You're the tribal chief." Throws him in the back and then hits him with the third Halula kick.
I didn't catch that one.
I like.
I know.
Like my brother called it.
I heard somebody was saying that they were like Jay, and I think Kevin was the one that was in charge of the match, like in ring. I heard somebody say that Jay, after the first haluva kick and Sammy was held, he was like, "Do it again."
Yeah. Oh my God. And when he was slapping him up in the corner, Sammy like he was like giving him little ones like and then like Sammy, I heard Sammy say, "Come on, like come on," like, and then he started going off.
I will admit, in that match,
shout out to Sammy.
The Kevin Dunn like and his camera crew like were missing. Were messing up. They were messing up because there were certain parts, like we were explaining to my girl because she's never watched wrestling, like how it goes, and they're like, yeah, when you grab like this, you hear it, and at one point you hear like they're going, they're like, oh yeah, well like there you go, see that, like that, and I'm like, dude, I mean, you gotta do better. I'm like, you're messing this match up. It's like it's great, but it's like you can't give that stuff away. And the one part I liked, one part I liked was like towards the end, Kevin grabs, like I forgot who he grabbed. And he tells Sammy, let's end this now. And I was like, yo, I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is
heard
crazy.
that. Yep.
Like,
one thing I can definitely give them, and I forgot what I was going to say now. I just lost it. It was just that match.
My bad.
No, you're fine. I lost. But
I know I was sitting there, and as the match was going on and everything like that, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to conceptualize in my mind, story-wise and in-ring wise, how they need to put this to bed. And I'm like, this match, like, even though this is a tag team match, you have to have Sammy and Jay be the ones to actually be involved in the finish. So when Sammy got tagged in that last time, now when he brought it up, and he's just standing there across the ring, and you see him looking. I'm like, it's over. I'm like, if the match is over, this is it. This is the finish.
I felt it. My heart was beating, and I stood up. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna win. They're gonna fucking take it.
Yep.
They're gonna fucking take it. And the crowd lost it. And shout out to one of my best friends from California who went to his first WrestleMania last night. His brother got tickets. He was screaming his head off. Mark, I love you, and I hope you had a great fucking time. But I was thinking of him when that part came on because he's a huge Sammy guy. And I know when Sammy came out in that moment, I was just like, oh my God, Sammy fucking Zayn, bro. Sammy motherfucking Zayn. That's it.
Hold on.
That's it. They broke the Usos. That's it.
I think that only makes it now. Kevin only has to win one more title to be a Grand Slam champion.
Which one is he? Was this a SmackDown?
I think
no. He has to win the WWE championship.
Yeah, he won the Universal.
He's been Universal champ. He's never been WWE champ.
I thought he was WWE.
Wait a minute. No. Didn't Triple H help him get the heavyweight?
No,
that was Universal.
Oh, that was Universal. Okay.
Has he won the IC title? I don't remember him winning the IC
I believe
title.
He has.
I don't remember IC title.
I don't remember him as an IC champion for some reason.
I remember Sammy as the IC champion.
Yes. Clearly. I think Sammy has to win the US title. I think they have to flip.
Real quick, too, just before all of that happened, when Sammy went into the ring, I said, oh my God, what if Sammy turns on him? What if Sammy's the one that turns on him?
I was thinking that,
what if
too.
It was like Swerve and him and Jay were working together the whole time? Like, oh my God. But no, it didn't happen.
I was thinking about that, but I was like, with the amount of times that they kicked the shit out of Sami Zayn, I was like, he better not be working for them.
They got to, you seen at some point they were not holding back those super kicks.
Nah.
Sammy.
No.
I was like, good God almighty. My head hurts for him. Like, he even looked a little rattled at the press conference. I'm like, I know your bell is ringing right now.
Yes.
Jay kicked the shit out
those Uso boys, them Samoans, they don't play.
That jumping super kick. I'm like,
yo, I was crying laughing when I saw that. I mean, did this dude just hit him with a fly kick like some old Mortal Kombat shit?
Yo, I the craziest jumping super kick. I'm like, I feel like Shawn and Triple H told him, like, listen, I get it, all you guys do super kicks, but we need to make these tonight special. Every super kick tonight meant something.
Slapped.
I forgot what woman hit a super kick too tonight. I don't remember who the hell it was, but somebody hit us. It might have been Charlotte. it was like the perfect super kick too. And I'm like, whoa, y'all hitting super kicks now too? Like,
yeah,
it's a motherfucking party out here. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, super kick party.
I was like, it still have fireworks after Rhea?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, damn, how much pyro is Cody gonna have tonight? Like, that's
all
my
of it.
question.
All of it.
They about to let loose.
We gonna shut
all
down
of
the
it.
whole stadium. He gonna pull a Beyonce at the Super Bowl. The lights.
Oh,
gonna
man. All right.
Hold up.
Go ahead.
Kevin Owens is a 2-time Intercontinental Champion.
Copy. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. I don't remember those reigns, but okay.
damn, man.
Oh no, because that was with the white strap. That's why I forgot.
Mhm.
That was with the white strap. Okay.
That's it for night 1 review. Let's go to night 2, which has big shoes to fill after night 1.
Whew.
All right.
I don't know what to expect, especially after last night. I just
Pyro.
expect a good fucking show at this
That's
point.
what you expect. Pyro.
The good thing is the first match
I expect that.
is not going to be long. The first match will be a quick match.
Oh my God! Please get it off the screen. Just get it off. I don't want to.
This one is for the casuals, 100%. This one is for the casuals.
Because we all know
casuals. This is for the old heads.
Yeah,
we all know.
Us. And I'm not talking about us.
We all know Brock has said, if I'm not the main event, put me on first. I don't want to be here too long. So here he is. He's first. And we all know his matches.
Jobber.
We all know his matches doesn't last more than 5 minutes. Question is he putting almost over or is almost getting pinned?
I think he's putting him over. I think he's putting him over, honestly.
Benny, I see the gears. I see the gears going in your head.
All right. So up until this morning, literally, like when I was at work and I'm sitting up here and I'm seeing it about the KSI Lashley thing, my immediate thought was Omos is going to take this match because Brock's contract is running out and Lashley is not doing anything. You still got this little thing because Brock decided he wanted to kick Lashley in the dick the last time they were in the ring. So I was like, you know what? That might be a thing that happens, and that will give Omos the win because, Lashley will come out there, he'll cost Brock the match, and then you can finally get this Hurt Business reunion. But now that we have the KSI match, that's out the window. I think just in order to pacify Brock, this match is going to be built around can Brock F5 Omos, like Omos it weighs more than the Big Show, apparently. Brock's plane is already warming up right on Crenshaw, so you ain't got to worry about nothing out there. He's good. Brock got this match. Ain't no more I got to say about it.
Oh, you got Brock on this one? Wow.
Yep.
I had you written down for Omos. Okay, I'll switch that for Brock. Jay, you got Omos too?
I got Omos, but personally, I don't care.
Okay.
Honest to God, I don't care.
Honey, what you gotta go with?
I'm laughing because I thought of the funniest reference because you guys were talking about how this match could go, and all I could think of was Mortal Kombat. He's going Johnny King. Brock is going to do a split and put He's going to do a split.
And instead of the sunglasses, pop it out with a cowboy hat.
And Omos is going to be done, and that's it.
All right.
Nah, man. Whatever. I don't care, Brock, I guess. All
right, Benny. I'm following you. I had the right idea. You had the right idea. Your mind's different. This is where MVP starts putting the Hurt Business together. Granted, yes, the whole fight is going to be can Brock put Omos in an F5. At some point or another, we get Shelton and what's his name coming out to help Omos. Cedric, thank you. That's going to cost Brock the match. Omos is going to win. And it's going to sow the seeds for the Hurt Business getting back together. I got Omos on this one. All right, next match. See, we fixed those technical difficulties. A reboot usually fixes all that.
Yeah.
All right, this one I don't get what was behind this one.
They need number one.
I know what was behind it. Get everybody on the card to get a WrestleMania payday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying storyline wise, it's like
They need contenders.
Can I just say?
Mhm.
I don't like any of these tag teams
Because they're not real tag teams.
they're not real. Yeah,
I don't even think Shayna and Ronda should be a tag team. I think they should have been a rivalry. That's what I think.
I think they will be eventually.
I think they should have been a faction. The faction I would have been, but they blew that up.
Yeah, I would have much liked a faction. Shotzi, Natalia, don't get it. Liv and Raquel, I don't get it.
Baby faces. That's it. Just the top two baby faces.
What is Natalia anyway? Is she a face or is she a heel? What does she want?
Both. Depends on the day of the week.
What does she want?
She's Natalia.
Because I just can't. And Sonya and Chelsea Green, honestly, I can't stand them, but they have a better chance of being a tag team than the rest of them. Because
why is Carmella not in this match?
Nobody knows. She disappeared from TV, and I'm scared to ask because of the last time.
Yeah, because Chelsea and Carmella are supposed to be a thing. That would have made more sense.
I felt like that would have been better.
Yeah, but I don't think it's as crazy as you think, Betty, because when they did, like, I forgot what it was. I think it was the pre-show or something. She looked in good spirits.
It was the kickoff show for the stage where they introduced the stage.
Yeah, she was
right.
She's doing media stuff now. It's like
she looks in good spirits. So I hope that it's not anything like that. But she's in good spirits, so I don't think anything like that happened. I think maybe she has some kind of injury or something like that she just needs some time off of.
Possibly.
Yeah. All right. We're going to this one.
The only idea I do like about Chelsea Green and Sonya is that Adam Pearce can call them Misery Loves Company. I think that's the most. I think that's so clever, so clever.
Oh.
I laughed my ass off when he said that. I was like, you know what, Adam Pearce, I can't with you. I cannot. A lot of NWO shirts. I'm watching the replay again. I don't care. A lot of NWO shirts were out. Like
one right here.
NWO were out on the TV screen. But yeah, obviously I don't care about this match.
No. I mean, I think it's gonna be Ronda and Shayna just because.
Do I have to pick? Like, if I had to pick one, like, Ronda and Shayna, I guess. I guess.
The story makes too much sense. Ronda and Becky, Shayna and Becky, Ronda taking out a legend. It's just about who's gonna hop. I'm more thinking about who's gonna hot potato the tag titles. That's it.
Well, the person who's already hot potatoed everywhere with all these people is Natalia.
Also true.
She's the fucking hot potato.
Well, I mean, she's trained half of them, like because they don't really have. They don't really. No, she has. She reopened the Heart Dungeon, and her and TJ have been training. That's how Liv got so good so fast.
Yeah.
I think Shotzi's also now in the Heart Dungeon. So
yeah, she is.
That's what's up.
It's one of those situations where, like, that's why Natalia is always here because, like Kevin yesterday, she's probably going to be the one calling the match.
Yeah.
Especially because if you look at who's here, like, there's a lot of inexperience in terms of ring work, and Natalia, like, I think Natalia has more reps than in like the whole field combined.
Yeah.
Not to mention, Ronda's going to be botchy. Shayna's going to work her style. They could use this to make Raquel a star, but then at the same time, like, you have Raquel in a holding pattern. So, like, and also you kind of can't have Raquel win because the Raquel versus Rhea thing is a little too tantalizing to not pull the trigger on. That's got to happen relatively soon.
Which one?
Raquel versus Rhea. Raquel and Rhea. Gotta happen.
Yeah.
Raquel and Rhea. Champion Rhea versus champion Bianca. I need it.
Yeah.
But Rhea even versus Shayna, I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I think the Rhea Raquel match is just maybe for next year.
Yeah.
Maybe just start building at the end of the month.
They're not gonna put Raquel on a main event situation to get exposed.
Not yet.
She's not over. That's the problem. Raquel's not over.
That's because they really haven't done much with her since she's been up. She doesn't have a character besides having a very big back.
Yep.
Which is again why you put her as one of Rhea's first opponents, because in her going after Rhea, you can tell the story of their past, and then you can create because again, they're also best friends. That's what nobody knows. Rhea and Raquel are best friends.
Yeah.
When Raquel first came up, she tagged with Rhea on the live event scene. Like there's history there. And if you can tell, when you tell those history stories is where you get usually the worker that's not as over. You can get them over, but you can get them over in a loss.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how, like, you gotta have her. Hate to say it, you gotta kind of have her lean back into like that whole Texas Mexican cowgirl situation to give her a character. Because right now it's just like, I'm hot, I'm Braun Strowman's girlfriend, and I have a big back. Whoa, like I don't care.
I think the reason why we feel, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you good.
The reason why we feel this way about her now is because I feel personally they moved her up too fast. They shouldn't have moved her up. They put her and Dakota Kai up way too fast.
Yeah.
They didn't even give her enough time to gain some longevity and try to get some title runs in NXT. You know what I mean? Like as a solo star, they could have done that.
She had that one run, and that was kind of it. And her one run was just really campy. And like, that's the thing. You can't do Uber babyface in 2023. You got to give me more than just, I'm a good guy because.
Wasn't she called up by the old regiment, meaning like Vince and them?
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. That group, they always had issues during call-ups and botching the call-ups. Like they'll call somebody up, repackage them, because they wanted to keep the whole NXT WWE universe separate, but yet they're together.
Yeah,
makes no sense. So that's what ruined everything for the call-ups. Is you call somebody up, they're great in NXT, but then you repackage them when you get called up, which was the dumbest thing they ever do.
Also, give Shotzi her last name back. God damn it!
Who?
Just give Shotzi her last name back.
I still don't get why they haven't done that yet.
Why the hell, if they're gonna have this team, why don't they call them the Black Hearts?
Julia Blackheart.
Why don't they call them the Black Hearts? It's perfect.
Probably because AEW has probably a patent on the name already.
Might be.
Yeah, it could be.
That's the only thing I can
or they don't want confusion. You know how it goes. You know how that goes. We're Blackheart here. They're Blackheart there. Like what they're talking about. Like they're auspicious.
They think people are stupid for some strange reason.
Yeah.
They think we're dumb. And I'm like, bro, we've been fantasy booking the shit out of the stuff that y'all have eventually come up with on your own 3-4 years before y'all came up with it.
Yeah.
Did somebody just put up Broccoli Lesnar?
Grandma Daisy said almost will beat Brock Lesnar. She put broccoli in there.
Broccoli.
That was clever. I like that one.
They need to pro. I'm not sure what she means by that.
Probably saying protect. But in my case, when it comes to this match, like I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, like the conventional wisdom says Shayna and Ronda, but there's a couple of things about it with the two of them that are like making me, kind of lean away from that. One, Ronda is actually injured right now, and I don't know how injured she is.
She is?
Yeah, she's got an arm injury.
Oh.
That's why she hasn't been in the ring. The other thing is this match going to lead to a title match? If it is, then we're talking Shayna and Ronda winning, no doubt. But like I say, if Ronda is still injured and Shayna, granted, that's not a kayfabe known thing. This is an actual injury that she's trying to work through and everything. If Shayna is the one that's basically carrying, and it's basically her, in there by herself against these other three teams, I don't think you can actually go storyline wise and be like, all right, the two of them are going to be, they're going to get the very next tag team championship shot, and with one of them hurt, because what happens if Ronda tears her arm up even more? Mm-hmm. Then you've done a title swap or whatever, because Lita and Becky aren't holding the belts for long. You've done a title swap for no reason.
Right.
So maybe this is me sitting up here trying to push my agenda because this is going to be an agenda pick. And Jay, you know exactly where the fuck I'm going. Liv Morgan and Ronda and Raquel Rodriguez, because just like the Street Profits, Liv needs to win every match she's in.
All right, I agree, and the reason being because, like Jay was saying, you have to build Raquel. You have to build Raquel. But let me get to Muhammad Ali real quick. Muhammad Ali, if you we're going through the match card as listed, so we will get to that match soon. They have to build Raquel, but you can't put her up to Rhea right away. So what are they going to do? They're going to put a belt on her to keep her away from Rhea at the moment, which I said they're going to use that to try and build her up. And towards the end of the year, maybe to start like sowing the seeds, and she'll probably win a Royal Rumble. Oops, spoiler pick next year.
So you mean to tell me Liv is gonna win a tag team belt? She won tag team belts with Rhea, and she's gonna win with Raquel.
She didn't win it.
Or
Liv's only title is SmackDown.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, oh, that's right. They were up for it. They didn't win. Okay.
Yeah, they lost, and that's why Rhea's in Judgment Day now.
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay.
So we're split here.
You guys are calling Liv and Raquel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other reason why I don't think Ronda's gonna get this, I think she's probably in the doghouse because of what she's saying about like the storylines and how they're getting some crap ass storylines. So.
I mean, to be fair, I agree with her. But
I'm not disagreeing, but I'm saying though is like you have to keep that stuff on the back burner or like in the back rooms and not public because they don't like to be called out too much. You know this, so I think they're gonna be like, play it tight and close. Oh, what's Muhammad Ali say? He says, "I'm watching you live from Afghanistan. I'm a very big fan of Roman Reigns." Okay.
Hey,
Shout out
to Afghanistan.
Shout out to Afghanistan, man. Much love to you, man.
Much love. Going around the world.
All right, on to the next match. What do we have now? Oh,
this one's gonna break my heart.
Oh,
it's gonna break my heart to give the prediction.
Ooh.
I feel like this is gonna be the weakest match of the weekend.
No, I don't think so.
All
right.
No.
Who wants to go first? Who wants to go first on this one? This will be tough. I know that.
I'm gonna just straight up say it. It's kind of overtly obvious to me that this is Triple H righting the wrong of Charlotte versus Asuka a couple of years ago. So I firmly think that Asuka is going to win and have her WrestleMania moment, but I just don't see the chemistry between those two. So I think the match in general will be decent but awkward, which is probably going to land around like a 2.5 star match. That's why I think it's going to be the weakest match of the weekend, just because the build is terrible and I don't think they have chemistry together at all.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a lot to take. I need to take a little sip real quick.
He's like, let me calm down.
It's not a knock on either one of them. It's just they don't mix. Like it doesn't make sense to me.
I understand what you're saying. I halfway with you, but I halfway don't. And where I don't is where you say it's going to be like a 2-something star match. First of all, this is Asuka.
That's the gut feeling for me. It's just I don't see
it could potentially, if it goes wrong, if it ain't done right. But I'm just saying there's no way, because these girls barely touched each other. These girls have barely touched each other for the build-up. But they have somewhat little history because Asuka has beaten Bianca before.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think when they did fight, when they had, what was it, NXT?
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing about being undefeated, and Asuka deaded that, right?
Yeah.
That's what it was. Asuka made Bianca tap. And that match was a struggle for Bianca then. But she's not the same Bianca now. This is a champion Bianca. She's been around the block. She's been in her main event. She's won the Royal Rumble. Asuka's done the same thing. They both have similar journeys. So the chemistry can kind of be there, even though they barely had contact. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a build up to see maybe what kind of match this could bring. Because you're going to have Bianca, who's strong, athletic. She's the female Cena and Montez Ford if they had a baby. And then you have Asuka. And nobody fucking with Asuka. Like in my book, half the time, like Asuka is a beast. But I'm gonna say Asuka on this one because I think they're gonna. I think they should give Bianca more time to like go for more runs. You know, to be a multi-time champion. Like that's what she should be. But like I would like to see what would happen if Bianca loses, just to see. So I'm gonna pick Asuka because I love Asuka. I love them both, but I love Asuka a little bit more for this WrestleMania. I don't know why.
I also think this will probably be top 5 in terms of entrances. I can call that now.
Yeah.
The entrances for this match are going to be incredible.
Fucking Bianca Belair is involved. What do you think?
Well, no, I'm more leaning towards this is not just Asuka, this is Kana.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at like they're gonna lean heavily into like the dark Japanese lore.
I love
and
that.
just let Asuka go crazy creatively. Like that's more what I'm looking forward to this match versus the match itself. Hate to say it.
Betty?
I'm looking more at the spectacle than the match.
It's okay.
All right. Mini rant before I get started. WWE, can we stop with the bullshit ass, can they coexist storyline between two people that are going for a championship match?
Oh yeah,
Hate it.
Please get rid of that shit. All right. I need to see an actual build for a women's championship because we've sat up here the last 3 years, with the exception of Becky versus Rhea, not Becky versus Rhea, sorry, Becky versus Bianca from last year. You have had like 30 women's matches leading up to championships, and they have all been trash when it came to the build. Do something and do it better. This is what Ronda is actually complaining about. You're not putting any it's not like you're putting any thought into it. It's just like, all right, we'll rely on the actual match quality to fix everything in our video department, because they made that Bianca Sasha match, or the build to that, look absolutely amazing, and the entire thing was built around Reggie.
Oh my God, that's right.
I forgot about that.
All right.
It was around scripts.
Yeah. Now on to the
we don't talk
on to the match here.
Terrible.
This is another one that I've been going back and forth on. Jay Paul, we've been having these discussions in the chat room the entire time. I think they made to fill you in, honey. I think they, aside from giving you Rhea versus Charlotte for obvious reasons of Rhea versus Charlotte and righting that wrong, I think they put Rhea against Charlotte to keep her away from Bianca.
Yes, because that's gonna happen. So
that's gonna happen eventually. I just don't think it needs to happen right this second.
Right.
So the other thing is, and they started to get to me, is these other wrestling pages and stuff like that. They started to get to me with this idea of Mrs. WrestleMania. That being Bianca Belair. Now, the idea that I had, and Jay, when I said to pause on the mist thing, I think this is where it comes into play. I think that Bianca is going to be the first one to get misted and still win. I think this woman is going to hit a blind KOD.
A blind KOD.
Wow.
Yeah, I think she is going to hit a blind KOD.
That's a picture for your ass. The photographer or videographer who captures that moment, shit. If that's where it happened, that's actually pretty cool. I'd be proud of that.
And the reason being is twofold. One, it's Bianca, and if anybody is going to overcome that, it's going to be her. The other reason, and like I said, this is agenda with me, but you have some type of an evidence with this from the Royal Rumble. Liv Morgan got misted and was fighting on the edge of the ring while she was misted. She got eliminated right after, but she was damn sure sitting up there still fighting, trying to knock Rhea out of the ring.
Yes, she was.
So you have some type of evidence for something like that. So you have something to go on with it. So like I said, again, I'm picking based on agenda. I'm not going to make any secret out of that one. So as much as I've waffled and gone back and forth on this pick, changing my opinion as the wind decides it wants to change direction, I'm going with Bianca, and that's my final win with that.
Oh man, this one is tough. This one is because we got Asuka slash Kona back pretty much, and I like this side of her. I like that they let her be. And I agree with Jay. The entrances for these is going to be insane, and I can't wait to see what Bianca comes out in gear because she makes her own gear. It's always like top notch.
That's what we forgot to mention.
Yes,
her Street Profits gear yesterday.
Oh,
she does all it too.
Yeah.
Woman.
She's very talented. Very talented.
She does it all. What can she?
Yeah.
Do?
Now, Jay, I agree with you to a certain extent because that's one thing I told my girlfriend. I was like, when it comes to matches, it depends who's there. You can have a great match with two people because their styles just work. You can have where you have two different people and their styles just don't match. You on paper, you're like, this is going to be a phenomenal match, and then when they get in the ring and goes through, it just doesn't work out because it just can't figure it out. I think Bianca's at a point where she is now able to figure it out. And I think this match will be better than what you think. I think this will not be Rhea Charlotte level wise, like a 5-star, but I will give it like maybe I think it'll be like a 4. Because I'm looking at like you got Asuka coming out with the power. You have Bianca doing the same thing, speed and power. I think this will be like a power match. I think this will shock us at how good it'll be, but it just won't be at that level. I agree. We're going to see the mist. We have to see that mist tonight. We're going to see. I know we are.
Muda.
I can't believe they're going to do that though, because like and we have that conversation all the time. It's like I know I have these old thinkings because I've grown up watch all this shit. Literally, when Muda hits you with a mist, it's a wrap. You're losing.
You're done.
To do that with Asuka, you're literally, even though it's Asuka, you're literally killing that whole thing, that whole technique.
She just
everybody does it though.
Let me give you the counter to that. Only Muda can do it.
I'm saying you can. The counter could be like, oh well, that's Muda. Asuka's not Muda, so her miss is not as strong or not the same.
Think about it. Tajiri didn't always win. Tajiri didn't always win with the mist either.
Yeah,
I forget about Tajiri. Damn it.
Like that. That's why though. That's why that thinking doesn't work because Tajiri's already lost with it.
And Tajiri was different, bro. Tajiri was different.
Yeah, I forget about Tajiri and the miss. I don't know why, but man.
You know what I'd love? I'd love a spot where you see Bianca hit Asuka with the mist. That would be amazing.
Here would be the thing.
Talk about a swerve now.
That would be amazing.
I'm listening. I'm up. No.
Well, here's my question: has there ever been a double mist in a match?
I don't think so.
Man, listen.
No. I want to say no.
Yo, if they missed each other. If they missed each other like they a big boot.
What I mean by a double miss is Asuka goes to miss Bianca. Bianca sees it and ducks and misses completely. And then later on in the match, Asuka does a miss again. That's what I mean by a double miss. Like,
I don't think so.
Because the only other way I could see this happening is Asuka goes to try and miss Bianca and misses and gets the referee.
See that? I could see that. I could definitely see that.
And after that, anything can go.
I still want Bianca to hit her with the miss though.
I really, but like I agree with what you said. I really want to see Bianca try to pull a KOD with mist in her face.
Because the thing I could see is Asuka going for the mist, misses. And that's the opportunity Bianca needs to win the match. That one little mistake.
unless Asuka hits her with that, you know, when she starts, you know, powering up and she does her pop, 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 and her kicks and all that, and then spit right out as soon as she does.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just tough.
I just
I
thought
want
of a
Bianca to
spot.
retain, but I want Asuka to like have a reign too again. I was like, oh,
you know
shit.
what would be sick is if mid like KOD as she's hitting her, Asuka just lifts
She
her head
gets misted.
She gets misted mid KOD. Like she hits the KOD and then gets misted midway through.
And here's the other problem. Here's the other thing. Last night, Benny went 7-0. He got all his picks right. This is why I'm torn.
He's hot.
The rest of us, we got 2 wrong.
Yeah, we did.
And this is why I'm like,
you.
He's in my head. He's in my head right now.
Because I listen to you. This is why I should never have listened to you. I at least would have missed one. I'd have been fine with missing the Ray one.
Hey, did I know they were gonna have a buffer match between the last 2 matches? No, if I did know that, I would be like, all right, I think we're gonna get what we want. If I know about the buffer match, but I didn't know about so when I saw the buffer match, I was like, yeah, we're gonna get what we want. There's a buffer match to clean the palate. You know what? I'm going with Asuka. I think it's the Miz that's gonna win it for her. I think it's gonna miss because at that point you can keep Bianca strong because she got misted and lost. You know what I mean? So
you know,
that's how I'm going.
You know, all right.
Go ahead.
Did we all pick our prediction?
Yeah.
All right. One way that Asuka could not win this is if there's an interference from an old friend. Isn't there another old friend in Japan that's a free agent right now?
Kyrie also said. Kyrie also said she wanted to come be in the Royal Rumble next year.
And you know Triple H loves Kyrie Singh. Loves putting out Kyrie Singh. Now, just saying, I'm throwing that out there. Y'all do what you want with it. I said what I said.
I got another one. Another way that Asuka can actually win this match. It would be so unsatisfying if it went like this. But the idea that I have as far as the blind KOD, instead of KODing Asuka, Bianca messes around and KODs the ref, not knowing that it's not her.
And then gets disqualified.
And just DQ. I would be so pissed off, but there's a possibility.
Oh, talking about that. Oh man. Last night during the Rhea Charlotte match, I was getting annoyed because I'm here like, is it gonna give it to Rhea or is Charlotte gonna retain? Then I keep seeing the roll-ups. I was like, fuck, Benny, don't tell me they're gonna do an old school roll-up. I was like, no.
Nah.
I was like, all this and you would end it that way, that'd be so freaking horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I like I said, Kyrie Sane. I'm just saying, throwing that name out there.
That's a good one.
Quiet
that would definitely be a surprise. That would definitely. Or
not bring back the Kabuki Warriors, but come at us.
Or you get the swerve of all God Almighty swerves, like the swerve, because again, who doesn't mind opening up and knocking on that forbidden door? Mr. Triple H himself.
Of course.
What if we get a one-off?
With?
Sasha?
Oh!
Oh, man!
Oh!
Bro.
Wait, Jay, I think Jay's frozen. Jay's frozen.
Don't get excited. No.
Jay's frozen. Jay's frozen. Jay, say something. Move something. He's frozen. Fuck.
Jay, we lost him.
His internet would go out in the middle of like leaving everybody in suspense.
And he dropped.
He did drop. Nah, but Sasha though.
I mean, it's a possibility.
I've got to remember that the issue her and Trinity had, or Naomi, was with the old regimen.
Yes.
That's what we have to remember. The old regimen.
Yes.
Not the current one, the old one. That's what we have to keep in mind. That would be interesting.
And that's his baby. He loves him. So
my thing though, don't Kari and Asuka have like actual beef? Kari saying like actual.
No. the beef was between, and then I think they ended up squashing it. The beef was between Asuka and Io.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I swear to God, they're bugging my computer because as soon as I was about to drop it, the thing just banished me to the Shadow Realm. This is
All
the
right.
game.
Is it Sasha? Because that's what. Okay.
Yes.
Mercedes
right.
Moné shows up out the blue with the IWGP Women's Championship.
Oof, 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 oof. You are.
And you know the funny thing is, I was thinking there was going to be some Forbidden Door stuff, but I wasn't thinking in this match.
Oh, but can you imagine though if they do that and they literally did, and Asuka goes over there for a match? Woo.
Man, listen.
I don't mind at that point. I don't mind Bianca winning if they set that up between Asuka and Money Monet. To be honest,
and she comes out and she hits Asuka with her finisher. Like you think she's gonna go after Bianca because of their beef, and then she just hits Asuka, and then she tells her like "See you at Wrestle Kingdom" and walks out.
Well, here's the thing: she can hit like Bianca with a clothesline, and then hits a finish on Asuka.
Yeah, she could do both.
Like she knocks them both down. Like you're thinking, oh, she's helping Asuka, like and then nah, I'm finishing Asuka. Bam, hits her with a finisher. Then like after the match is over, like she'll like before Bianca's celebrating, she pops off like I'll see you at Wrestle Kingdom. Damn, Jay, what the hell? Oh
God. You want to talk about a WrestleMania moment?
That will make the crowd.
Wait, what's the match after?
The stadium will blow up.
What's the match after this has to live up?
That better be the KSI Lashley match.
Ooh, followed by
this
follows that match.
And this has to follow it. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
You need that buffer. You need
they need to do a couple of things here. They need to do a couple of things here. They need to move this card around.
Yeah. You can't have this match follow that. Sorry.
No, you have to.
Son of a bitch. You can't do anything.
What?
You can't do anything now because it's at the perfect spot.
It is.
You do that, like the wrestling world blows up. Like
can.
you effectively, if you can do a one-time shot of Mercedes Moné coming out with the IWGP Championship to challenge Asuka in SoFi, you effectively not only destroy AEW, but you set the wrestling world ablaze in a way that has never been seen before, ever. You want to talk about?
And then where are they at? They're in LA, where her cousin lives.
Yep.
Who she's brought out for her entrance before.
I mean, before this, the last time we saw Snoop, he was on AEW, so anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
Oh, this match! Oh my gosh!
This match, I see could be the match of the night, like Ripley and Charlotte, because it's going to be a hard-hitting slugfest.
Yep.
It sucks. I think Drew is still in negotiations for his contract, and it's looking more likely that Drew's contract is going to run out.
What? I don't think he's going anywhere though.
No, I don't think he is either. But I think he's here to take the fall.
I see. Well, the thing about WWE, and we've seen this, and I'm going to start this off, so we can roll through it like that. We've seen these guys come to last minute agreements on WrestleMania Day. Granted, it was with Brock, but you got a precedent for it.
Mm-hmm.
My prevailing thought with this, and I think everybody is immediately going to say, Walter is going to go on and he's going to break Honky Tonk Man's record for, like the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, yada, yada, yada. Here's the problem with that. Walter would not break that record until September. And by September, Walter needs to be facing Cody Rhodes for the WWE or the Undisputed Universal, whatever the fuck championship that is.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming out saying, hold off until Backlash. We can do it at another time. Why the hell are we going to hold off on this one more time after what we saw at Clash at the Castle? Give Sheamus his moment. And it better come at some point after the Tim and Drew McIntyre hit each other with this brogue kick and Claymore at the same time. I need to see it.
I hate to be a Paul, and I hate to use you as an adjective, but I hate to be a Paul here. But there's a caveat to this moment. I get it; it's WrestleMania, but there is an even bigger stage that I think you can give it to Sheamus.
Money in the Bank, but it's Mania, man.
I know
that's Mania, man.
This is what hurts me. You think I want to do this? I don't want to do this, okay? I don't want to do this. I don't.
You made me do this.
I don't want to do this.
Look what you made me do.
Like, you're forcing my hand in a lot of ways, because I think that handshake agreement is that Drew's going to win this match. But Drew's going to win this match, but it's going to set up Drew versus Sheamus at Money in the Bank.
I was thinking that too, because the one thing that I think is going to come out of this match more so than anything else is, but in the end of this match, McIntyre is going to be heel.
Yep.
If you think about it, Drew McIntyre has been a face since the end of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Since he won the Rumble.
It's time for a heel turn.
Yep.
Back to it. Go back to the basics.
Yep.
Give me the Scottish psychopath. I'll take him back.
Mm-hmm.
And you set that up for London. And the thing is too, like, you don't necessarily need Cody to defend his title at Money in the Bank. You don't need to do it. Well, that gave away my next pick, but you don't need the championship to be defended. You can have the Intercontinental title main event Money in the Bank. There's precedent for it.
Mm-hmm.
You can have it happen, and you can just have it be like, for once in like the first time in forever, we have a real blood feud, like a true to form naturally organic blood feud. And you let the guys who essentially took European wrestling to the next level in WWE, you have them finish it in front of their home, in their home country. Well, the neighboring country, really.
You're talking about this going on until July 1st.
Why am I talking about this going until July 1st? Money in the Bank is in July?
Yes.
I thought the shit was in June.
No, it's in July.
Oh.
It's
been going on for like 3 years. Y'all act like it can't go on for a couple of more months. It's been going on for like 3 years off and on. Like, let's keep it a buck. Time is not really a concern here.
What's up,
Benny? I'll be right back, all right?
Like, time is not really an issue here. Like, I get it. Having Sheamus win at WrestleMania would be fantastic. And if it happens, I will be very, very happy. But I would love some chaos here. Like, I would love.
You're picking Drew. You're picking Sheamus.
I'm picking Drew.
Okay.
I would love the chaos here. The chaos here would be beautiful.
Okay.
And it frees up Walter, because Walter's just like, this is my title, but like, just saying my beef. Like, I don't need to do this no more.
Mm-hmm.
And what's worse is I feel like you have Drew pin Sheamus.
I got one better. I'll wait my turn though.
In that aspect of Gunther saying this ain't my beef, I would think that would be a reason for him to keep it. So there's a lot going on that can build up, that's already built up between Sheamus and Drew. And Gunther wants no parts. Gunther's just trying to be an intercontinental champion and build the legacy of this great sport. But yeah, I think Gunther's gonna find a way to get out of it and stay champ. As much as I want Sheamus to win, or as much as I want Drew to win, I feel like you guys are right. Like, it would be better to have them beat the dog shit out of each other come Money in the Bank.
I mean, and you can have Gunther drop it at Backlash.
Yeah.
You can have him drop it at Backlash. Like, you don't need him to drop it at Mania.
Right. because something's gonna happen in this match between Drew and Sheamus where shit's gonna, they're both gonna be pissed that either of them didn't win. They're gonna blame it on each other. They could build it up to Backlash. Like one of them could probably disappear, or Gunther, or something like that. Like maybe Gunther have the Imperium goons like knock one of them out. We don't see them on TV for a couple of weeks, and all of a sudden they appear on Backlash and they turn on the other and initiate, after Gunther loses. But I don't know. I'm gonna go with Gunther. I'm gonna stay safe and go with Gunther on this one. Benny? I love Gunther. I love his run. I love everything he's done since Walter, even before that. Like his growth is nuts.
All right, Benny. So Jay picked Drew.
Okay. The one thing I am gonna say though, what I don't want is a repeat of how you ended up with the man Becky Lynch, that story, where it's like Drew or Sheamus is the one that basically, like, Sheamus will land his finisher on Gunther or whatever, and like Drew will just run in and steal the pin from him. And then she's like, I got you. We're still friends. No, the fuck we're not.
No, the fuck we're not.
I'm not. Nah. I'm not trying to end up with a situation like that. Nah.
No, I got one. Just wait.
Sami Zayn and them, what we thought was going to happen with them, you think is going to happen with them instead.
Yeah, I'm just like, give me a clean victory one way or the other. If Drew turns heel afterwards, let him turn heel, being like, you know what, I'm not happy with the way that match went or whatever. But I don't want anybody stealing somebody else's victory.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I 100% want that. I want the chaos.
I got you.
Want that?
Yeah.
I want that.
I got you. Watch. I'll wait my turn though.
I'm good.
Benny, who you got?
I already said I got Sheamus.
Okay. So I agree with Benny, and I got Sheamus, but this is how it's going to work out. The ending is going to be this way. Gunther hits Drew with his finisher, right? As Gunther turns around, he gets a bro kick. He rolls out the ring. Sheamus looks. Drew is out. He pins Drew for the win. He's celebrating. Drew wakes up like, what the oh, you won. Doesn't realize he got pinned. When he realizes what's going on, he gives him a dirty-ass look. He's pissed at him. Next night on Raw, they're talking all about celebrating, and then Drew literally flips on him because he beat him. Like the way he did it, he didn't like it. So that's when Drew turns heel. Is on Raw the next night. He flips on him.
So that could work. Going back and forth on who could get one on who the last few weeks anyway.
Yeah, I think the way they're gonna have it is where Drew's like pissed, like, okay, you won, you pinned me, but you didn't even take me out. Like he looks at it as a cheap way, a cheap shot he took. He didn't even do it, he just pinned him. So it's like one of those where like he's pissed at him. So that's when he turns heel. Because like you guys saying, Drew has been a face for so long, he's got to flip. Mm-hmm. And this is a feud that you can actually start sowing the seeds and blow up on Money in the Bank. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of things. You have what? Backlash. You have a match there. You have what's the other one I just had here? Battleground.
King of the Ring coming up?
You got Battleground.
King of the Ring.
Backlash.
Wait,
May
never
6th.
mind.
Wait, no, King of the Ring. King and Queen of the Ring is over in Judea.
It's this Saudi Arabia thing.
Yeah. But here's the thing though. That's on the 27th. 28th, the next day, they have Battleground. So that's going to be interesting to see who goes to Saudi Arabia, who doesn't.
They're doing Battlegrounds again?
Yes, they're doing those. Those two are back to back. 27th is Judea. 28th is Battleground. So it's going to be interesting to see who goes to Saudi Arabia and who doesn't. Whoever doesn't go is in Battlegrounds.
Huh.
I got a radical idea.
What's that?
How about you send all the men's over to Saudi Arabia and give me an all-women's show like I've been asking for since Evolution?
I don't hate it.
I don't either. I don't either.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
No. All right. So that's why I see it.
And introduce the mid-card titles.
Yeah, they need it. All right.
So Shane, we're all indifferent on that one.
Yeah, we're all different on that one.
I'm the only one who said Gunther.
Yeah, I mean, this is the hardest match of the weekend.
It is.
This
It
match
is.
is gonna be good. This match is
And,
gonna be real juicy.
and there's a reason why I put Sheamus as like.
I just sense Gunther only because I feel like he's gonna take advantage of the fact that Drew and Sheamus got issues, and he could capitalize on it.
And here's the thing too
not-
is because Drew takes the pin, Gunther loses, but he stays strong because he didn't get pinned for it.
Right.
It's one of those type of things. So the next one is interesting. Oh,
I don't want to do this one. I don't want to.
This is a tough one.
I don't want to. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do this.
They at least they brought back the original Hell in a Cell.
Don't make me do this. Yes, not that stupid.
My man,
toy.
this match alone for the entrances
Not for nothing.
is all about. This
And
match is gonna
the rumor that supposedly Edge is bringing the Brood back.
Yes.
That
And
is
I
one that's got me
heard
teased
that
up.
Tony Khan gave the blessing for Christian to show up.
Yes.
That was the Forbidden Door thing that I was talking about.
Yeah, there's gonna at least be one.
Yeah.
I'm like, just give me the Brood. Since we can't have the Hardy version of the Brood, give me this version.
And the fact that
This was the better version anyway. This was the original version.
Yeah,
True.
and the fact that Demon Balor has already lost, you don't have to have like, oh, Demon Balor's here, he's not gonna win. No, he's lost already. He has that track record, so there's no, oh, that's a wrap. He's, you know what I'm saying?
It's just the attraction of it being the rated R superstar / Hall of Famer and the fucking Demon, and it's a dream match. It's a dream match
in the Hell in a Cell of all
in
places.
a Hell in the Cell. It's a dream.
Oh my gosh!
I forgot what the
I'm
score
sure not
is
even
between
Finn
those
Balor
two.
thought he would ever face Edge in his lifetime.
I don't know what the score is for those two, and it comes to
Edge is the 72 Dolphins.
Oh, so he's undefeated. Okay.
Well, all right. Let me start this one off then. This could be the beginning of the end of the Judgment Day.
Thank God.
The reason being is because, like Benny's saying, Edge is undefeated against Finn so far. So the way they could go is this happens around the cell literally keeps everybody away. You can't have interference. Balor loses, Judgment Day comes out. It's like, what the hell? Like, you can't beat him. You can't beat him. You don't deserve to be our leader. They kick him out. Obviously, you now know I'm picking Edge to win this match. It just has this one has to just you can't have it where Edge won the first two. They come to Mania to have a fight and he wins and he loses. It just doesn't work. It doesn't. I don't feel it's gonna work that way.
My bad. He is not undefeated. He lost the I Quit match.
I was gonna say
Did he?
that.
Yes, he lost the I Quit match.
Then that changes me then.
In Philly, because I was there. I saw that. I was live there. That was insane. But yeah, proceed.
That changes it. Nah, I'll stay. I'll stay with Edge. I'll stay with Edge, and I'll say this is the beginning of the end for Finn Balor in the Judgment Day. And he takes some time off, takes a little vacation, he gets repackaged into whatever. So I'm going with Edge on this one.
Then to take a vacation, you mean?
Yeah, after this.
Okay.
Yeah, Judgment Day beats the crap out of him, and we don't see Finn for quite some time.
Happened to him twice. That sucks. Jesus Christ.
I am so torn on this match.
I don't want, like I said, I don't want to do it.
I'm so torn on this because
why y'all making me do this?
I'm looking at it like this, right?
I'm looking at
I know for a fact the Edge is on his. We all know Edge is on his retirement tour, right? He is. It's not like he's going to be wrestling forever. Everybody knows that this was him coming back for his last run, just seeing if he could do it again after the neck injury forced him into early retirement. So he's going through, and he's having these feuds and everything like that, and then I think with the exception of Orton, he's basically put everybody else over. I could be wrong on that one, but I'm old now and I'm getting into my senile years and all this shit. So I don't know if I'm remembering all of that right. My thing is, and what's really hurting me about this one, if this was regular Finn Balor, I wouldn't have an issue.
But
I would just go Edge. But because of the fact that it's the Demon, and the last time we saw the Demon, it went down in such a fucking terrible fashion. If you want to have this be a thing going forward, it has to be rehabbed. I don't know if the Demon can outweigh the entire return of the Brood, but I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that Finn Balor has to win this one. If you want him to be credible at all going forward, because at this point it's starting to become like, all right, he's damage control. It's a cool thing to look at, but other than that, it's just like, all right, what the fuck is he? So I got to go with like you got to give him some type of credibility because Cody's got to have some challengers and they can't be faces, all of them. So Finn Balor.
I'm going all in on the Demon.
Damn.
I'm going all in on the Demon. I can't see Edge as I can't see Adam. I'll put it that way. I can't see Adam looking at this moment and saying, "Hey, I need to get put over." I just can't see it. I think even though Finn is an older guy, he's still a younger talent, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And let's face it, as much as Finn Balor has been royally screwed in the WWE since he first got called up, you need to give him something. Really give him something to solidify him as a real and bona fide threat. So I'm going with the Demon.
Kobe fan says Edge is gonna win. Let's go.
No comment.
Brent said hi. Hi, Brent, if you're still there. All right. Last but not least, the one that does not want to make.
Wait. No. She don't want to do it, but she needs to make her pick.
I know. That's what I'm saying. The one that doesn't want to do it.
Emotional damage. That's this match for me, y'all. Emotional damage. Because I can't believe the words that are going to come out my mouth, but they need to, and they're going to, and they're my fucking words. Okay. Listen, I've been watching wrestling since I was 4. I'm going to be 35 now. Full disclosure. I remember so many great things about Edge. Even when he was just by himself, coming from the crowd, I just remember there was always something about him that was going to be epic, and he had the potential. And then you want to fast forward, he goes on to become in a faction, goes on to become the rated R superstar, he injured himself. Years later, comes back. The fucking miracle comeback in wrestling history. And you think he's coming back to get over? No. Edge, bringing Gangrel and the Brood and Christian in that's a nostalgia pop. One of many that are probably going to happen tomorrow or tonight. Balor, now, on the other hand, they need to revive Demon Balor because of that piss poor fucking ending that happened when the rope got cut. Dumbest shit I ever saw in my life. I was pissed. Demon Balor is such an impactful, like, if y'all know NXT, y'all remember how he used to bring it in NXT when TakeOver was coming in the building. He entrance, his aura once he got in the ring, from his technique in the ring to how he attacked, to when he has that fucking paint on him, y'all, that's his. That I feel like that's just an extent. Him wearing that painting allows him to be an extension of himself that he really is, that embraces a darkness. And that's what I love about both of these guys, because they both have that capability. Edge has done it, Finn has done it. But the thing is, they need to revive Demon Balor, because the last time we saw him was not good. And Demon Balor, Edge doesn't need to go over anymore. He doesn't. He doesn't need to go over anymore. He doesn't. What's more over than coming back after an 8-year injury when they said you could never wrestle again? Nothing. You're helping Finn Balor out. This is Finn. This is about Finn reviving the demon character, bringing it back, making it part of the Judgment Day, bringing that little alter ego side of him. So, because I felt like even though he's still with Judgment Day, he's kind of lost that mystique to him. And the demon provides that for him. So this is about Balor. And I'm going to say that Balor is going to beat Edge. Edge doesn't need to go over anymore. I love Edge. I love Edge. I've been watching Edge since he first got there. But I'm sorry, y'all. People could hate me all y'all want. Edge on this day, I know, we get it. It's a beautiful thing. It's the best thing. He's the best. He's one of the greatest. He's a GOAT. But I feel like they need to give it to Balor and get ready to retire Edge and find him an opponent who's worthy of retiring him.
Ooh, the monologue.
If he's not younger, it needs to be somebody who knows him.
The monologue. My God, the monologue.
Damn.
And
I'm the only one that picked Edge. Ooh. Okay,
The
I'm okay with that. But
drop.
that it's a lot right there. It's a lot to. Damn.
That got me hyped. That just needs to be the voiceover for like the intro package for this match. Whoa! I'm ready to go now. Now I want to see this match.
This is why I didn't want to do it, because I know there's people who gonna. I know, like, if my family and my dad is watching, he's like, she better say Edge. She better say Edge. Or like, like, or there's fans out there, that are real diehard.
I got you, pops. I got Edge. I got you, pops.
And I don't want people to think like, just because there's a difference between picking who you want to win and picking who you think is gonna win, and it's about strategy. It's only right to put Balor over. It's only right to have him win.
Yeah,
And I
get it. And I just think, like I said, I think there has to be a change to the Judgment Line storyline, and I think this might be the way to it.
It will come.
Because if they don't kick him out tonight after this match, it'll be tomorrow.
I'm good with that. It's cool.
No, promise me. They're gonna. I bet you. They're treating Judgment Day, think of Judgment Day as like the ministry, but Evolution's journey. So Dominic is the key. Dominic is only the key, and I know we're straying away a little bit, but I just wanted to bring this real quick to Judgment Day. Dominic is the key, because you need to have somebody like Balor and somebody young like Dom. When he starts getting rebellious, and when he starts saying, I'm running shit now, or I'm taking over shit now, you need somebody who is in that.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
You need somebody bigger than Damien, just a little bigger than Damien. And imagine Dom versus Finn Balor if Dom and Rhea, however it goes, however it can go. There's so many.
I agree. And the way I'll look at it I'll take that, and I'll add this. So in order to do that, to get there and keep all that, you have to get Finn out, because Finn right now is the so-called leader of the group, right? So you have to get him out. And this is the way he has to get out. He has to lose this. And they have to be like, dude, you can't win. Dom lost to his father and all this stuff. Rhea's a champion. Yeah, and Priest is here. Like, you don't deserve to be the leader. So they're gonna make a workaround where Finn gets kicked out. Dom literally runs it via Rhea, and then once he's in place, he'll actually run the Judgment Day himself. But I just don't think that it can stay too long the way it is, because I think we all might agree Dom's performance last night literally like put himself to be pushed further to where he's at. Like he's ready. If he wasn't, if you had any doubts about him, last night should have proved, like, should have just erased those doubts. I think that kid is ready.
Absolutely.
I don't disagree with that. I disagree that Finn has to lose for that to happen.
Yeah.
Specifically tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't think it has to happen tonight because, like you said, there are 2-3 pay-per-views before SummerSlam,
and then UK.
Yeah, and then he goes like
the demon
he goes back to that whole region over there. Like that's really where all that stuff can happen. Because where did Finn make his bones? Where did the Bullet Club really like take off? On that side of the world. Wasn't over here. It's over there.
Yeah. All right, we got some people talking to us here. All right, before
did Randy show up last night? No, he didn't return last night. Guys, what do you
No, he did not. All right, so going with this question right here, and we'll go on to the next match. The main event. Muhammad Ali's asking, what do you say, Rock will return or not? And real quick, Kobe fan asks real quick, I wish Judgment Day was like the ECW triple threat. I mean, you never know. You never know, but I just don't think WWE will do that right. I think it's too much. But going back to this one, to Muhammad Ali, it's a good question. Rock kind of like threw a little seed out there. If you guys didn't notice, he was like, I might talk to my cousin before the match or something like that. He might talk to him. So I don't see, and they are in LA. They are in LA. So all he has to do is get on his truck and just drive down there if he wants to.
I think it wouldn't surprise me if The Rock does Roman's introduction.
No.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, well, no, I don't want that. I don't want
that. I'm not saying I want it. I'm saying if he does anything, it won't be anything in ring.
Oh, no, that's that. Yeah, that's.
I got one for you.
I agree with that.
I got one too.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I got a few.
I already know who I want to win this match.
I think, are we all in agreement on who's going to win this one?
No, we're not.
Maybe.
No, we're not.
I think we are.
No,
no? Really? Oh.
No, I'm saying that as I get up. No, we're not. Sorry.
It's all right. We heard you. Yeah, we got you. Oh, okay. All right. Let me.
I just made
wow.
Real juicy.
Kobe fan says, I hope Roman loses. All right. Let me start this one off. All right. So right off the rip, Cody's gonna win. Cody's gonna win this one. He's gonna fulfill what he wanted to do. And like we said, the bloodline storyline, as great as it was, is gonna have to come to an end sooner or later. And it's all starting to go now. I think what's gonna happen is Rock will show up towards the end of the match where Solo's trying to come out and The Rock stops him. Like the Usos, they're all gonna try and come out and save Roman. Rock is gonna stop him. He's like, and he'll be like, if he's a tribal chief, he should be taking care of his own. He's not supposed to have your help. He shouldn't have your help if he's your tribal chief. If he's a tribal chief supposed to feed our family, he should do it on his own. And that's when it stops. And I think that's where he makes his appearance. I don't think he's gonna do anything to actually fight with Roman, but I think that's where he's gonna interfere and get involved in. And I think Cody just wins this out. He has the big whatever's left over of the pyro goes to Cody. Have a good night.
I don't want to do this one either. I'm gonna be the bad guy.
Cody wins.
I've been slamming the table for Cody since he came back. I've been said it. I was like, the time is now. You right the wrong. You give Dusty his one last like tip of the cap. And we closed the book on the BS that WWE has done to the Rhodes family. You right the wrong, you finish the story. What he does after, I frankly don't really care.
I will say this,
but I'm good. I got Cody. I've had Cody since he came back.
Yes, I'll say this. Cody's entrance, I think you need to have tissues. I think it will be a little bit of a tearjerker with his dad. He says keep my dad out of this, but I think he will have something for his dad for tonight.
As long as he has the elevator back, that's all I care about. I just want the elevator.
Where if this dude comes out with polka dots on,
No. I think like there's gonna be like I think no. I think there's gonna be like a little before his whole entrance. There's gonna be like a video montage for his dad. And if they already allow Christian to come back, don't be surprised if they let Dustin come back. Yes.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised. That's what I'm saying. I think it's gonna be a whole family event for the Rose family. Get your tissues ready. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, I know I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry like a freaking baby, and I'm okay with it. I'm a man who accepts his vulnerabilities. I'm gonna cry.
Y'all gonna cry, all right?
Can I be fantasy booker real quick for a minute?
Go ahead.
Okay. So match is going on. We have the Usos come out. They try to interfere, but you already have a foil for the Usos, Sammy and KO. They've been doing this leading up to WrestleMania anyway, and that beef ain't going anywhere anytime soon. I think that they're going to have a rematch at Backlash, and this will just solidify that. Next up, you got to neutralize Solo Sikoa because Solo's going to come out. He's going to be the one that's trying to, put an end to this. And of course, this is a Roman Reigns match, so there's obviously going to be a ref bump in it somewhere. There's been a rumor about a certain someone making their way back, and their name is in the comments. Randy Orton shows up, lays Solo out with an RKO.
He was the one who got rid of him.
Evens that score up. Takes everybody out. Cody puts an end to Roman Reigns as Universal Champion. Cody gets his moment, his pyro, all that other stuff. He goes up the ramp. But the closing shot of WrestleMania is Roman Reigns sitting in the ring, stunned, when rising up behind him, The Rock, just looking at him, shaking his head.
We had two different views on how that's going to happen, but
that would be that would be
Honey, they've been trying to get me to apply for WWE to be part of this damn booking team for like 2 or 3 years. It's not happening because I don't need that negativity in my life. But when the gears start moving, they start moving.
But the paycheck though, that paycheck though.
Hey, listen, I don't know if the paycheck going outweigh the stress. Because when somebody is trying to work, somebody's trying to weasel their way back into that department like he is at the moment since he was in Gorilla last night. I don't know if I really want that.
Who was in Gorilla last night?
Vince.
Oh, yeah. With his stash?
Yeah.
Nice stash.
Oh, Kobe felt like I ain't see that angle.
Ooh, I said that.
So
ooh,
wait,
that's that's spicy.
Bro, the last picture you see is Roman sitting stunned, and then what else?
And then like the way, because I'm just trying to get the artistic picture in my mind.
Because I'm trying to visualize.
Roman is sitting. You can see him in the foreground, but behind him, you see The Rock in the ring, just looking at him, shaking his head, as if to say, "I left this to you, and you failed."
Ooh, that's juicy.
The man said,
"That's juicy.
I don't have enough time to get in the ring shape for WrestleMania, but that don't mean nothing about SummerSlam."
Yeah, they ain't saying nothing about the rest of the year.
But you got to remember, though, there was that rumor that supposedly Roman wants to take a break after this, and he'll be gone until SummerSlam. So that kind of knocks hits both of those.
It could, like I said, it's a rumor though, and Roman also came out and said, as long as they keep giving me them paychecks, I might want to stick around for a while.
Gotta maneuver, y'all. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Charging the phone.
She's got to get ready to make this decision, figure out who she's gonna pick.
Oh, I don't need to get ready. I have my decision.
You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. You heard me?
You guys need to be ready to hear it.
That sounds aggressive. She just cursed us out with no profanity.
Jay's like, look at this. Jay's like front row. Like, let's go.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to maneuver my stuff here, y'all. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Keep talking.
I gotta like adjust.
Oh, this is a good question by Kobe fan. He says, why won't WWE sign Jacob Fatu? Well, honestly, we don't know if he's been signed or not. For all we know, he could make an appearance tonight as well.
Yeah, no,
it is WrestleMania, so you have surprises all over the place. So he could.
I
pop up.
technically got a foil for that too, but you know.
Does my angle look all right? Can you see my gold?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Jacob Fatu.
The floor is yours.
Guys, why do y'all do this to yourselves? Why do y'all do this to yourselves? I'm gonna be the Stephen A of the group today. I disagree with all of y'all.
Oh my God, here we go with this.
I do not agree. I'm sorry, Jay. Today we're on the opposite ends of the fence, my boy.
It's fine. It's fine. I see it.
Is she going where I think she's going? Oh, snap.
It's all love, but I've been saying this honestly since the Rumble, guys. Even though it's been a different result since the Rumble, because I thought personally that this match would have turned into a triple threat and had Sammy. But since that didn't happen, we got this. What match did we talk about before this? We talked about Edge and Finn.
Edge and Finn, yeah.
Okay. Because I'm also thinking about the order of things and kind of like the concept that we had last night where the second to last match was up, and then we had a buffer just to clear us out, and then the end was like, we're going to get that again, but we're not going to get it the way y'all want it. Nobody want to see Cody. Nobody's going to see Cody win right away. It's too easy. That's way too freaking easy. I'm sorry. That's number one. Number two, the next pay-per-view is called Backlash. You need to give Cody a reason to go at Roman again. I could see Roman and Cody going multiple times, more than once. Because of the way this match was built up, it's going to be a fucking good match. But my tribal chief, man, always finds a way. And I don't know how he's going to win, but I know that he will. Because my ending is different from all of y'all's, even though it involves his cousin. I personally think Roman is going to smash him. Solo, they're going to have the Usos, Sammy and Kevin. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be this and that. Probably some nostalgia. Why not bring back Dustin or Randy Orton to even the score with Solo? I get all of that. I hear all of that. Imagine all of that. And all of that is, you're getting pops everywhere. The crowd's going crazy. You're not knowing what's going to happen. You're not knowing if Roman's going to win or not. Imagine the buildup being so crazy that at the end of it all, Roman wins anyway still. And the crowd fucking loses it. And they're pissed off. They're booing. At the end, fuck you, Roman chants. I want those chants back. I want more heat on Roman. I want him to grab the mic, about to talk his shit, and say, now, when are y'all gonna learn to fucking acknowledge me? But before he could finish that sentence, if you smell, then huge pop just comes out and doesn't say shit and stares down his cousin. Cut to credits. That's what I think.
Oh, she gave us a soprano ending. Just pop. Straight over.
This is Hollywood, baby. This is drama. And who is more Hollywood than Mr. Forbes himself? Like, you have to, like, I just think Cody, they're putting Cody in your face, and Cody's giving good promos and convincing and this and that. I feel like you guys are going to be up for a little bit of a disappointment. I really feel that way. So I'm sorry to burst your Cody bubbles. And I do know that wrestling has more than one royal family because I respect all things Rhodes. But some damn Samoans will find a way. That bloodline runs deep. But I think if this could lead to Roman's epitome WrestleMania match and just give me a year worth of promos just ripping out your cousin all year for the shit that even though he's done what he's done, he still can't fill your shoes because you're the fucking Rock. I'm just saying. I've been saying that since the Rumble, and I want to stick with that because that's my humble opinion, and I really would love to see the look on Roman's face when the Rock's music hits. Because we haven't gotten that reaction from Roman in a long time where he comes out and says, now the whole world can acknowledge me, and somebody's music hits. Or Randy's could hit, anybody's could hit, whatever. Or somebody completely different. The wall could break with somebody totally different. Or you guys could be right and Cody wins and the wall could still break and that still happens too. You never know. But I am saying Roman motherfucking Reigns.
So I respect it. My only issue with that is the fact that there's still that stigma. And I know it was 23 years ago, but you still have that stigma of when they didn't pull the trigger at WrestleMania for The Rock beating Triple H, and they waited until Backlash. And you have people looking back on that like, why the hell didn't they just do this when they needed to?
Yeah, sometimes don't need to overthink.
I don't think they would make that same mistake.
They don't need to overthink and reinvent the wheel. That's the thing. That's overthinking and that's overbooking to the point where, like, again, you have this guy come back from you have this guy who was nothing, went out, made his bones, came back, and is trying to right the wrong of one of the most beloved figures in wrestling history, and you don't do it. I have a hard time thinking that you don't do it.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you don't do it now, there will never be a perfect time.
Nope.
They had built this. If he didn't win the Rumble, you could still hold on to it and wait till next year. But because he won the Rumble, because it's like all there, and I get it. It's crazy the swerve you would have for the build for all this, and then be like pull the rug from under him, and then put it in Backlash. It's not going to be the same because
no one's going to watch Backlash.
They'll watch it.
Real. No one's going to you're not going to get as many eyes on Backlash as you are for WrestleMania.
Here's the thing. Even if he wins that Backlash, he's not going to get the pop. He's not going to get the reaction that he would have gotten at WrestleMania. And that's the thing. That's the thing they want. That's the thing that they're going to miss out on.
Just think about what would happen if Cody gets hit by Roman. Just think about that, though.
Oh, no. I don't disagree. It'll be like Taker losing to Brock at Mania.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'll be the same thing.
But
and then if you add...
sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say the only reason why this match is even happening in the first place is because he won the Rumble. The only reason why he won the Rumble in the first place was because he got injured. If he didn't get injured, he would have been champion already, probably at SummerSlam last year.
I don't know.
What I'll say, if Cody didn't get injured, you would have had a situation where he would have challenged Roman and he probably would have lost.
Yeah.
But he
probably would have lost at that point.
I think he still can lose. I think Cody's a humble wrestler. Cody is a humble superstar also as well. He's a tough superstar and he'll talk his shit and he's appealing. He's got all the right stuff. He's the full package. He's everything. But
I think not doing it, you run the risk of doing what you did to him in AEW. Like you saw what happened in AEW. We've seen the story before.
The only difference is, though, they'll be able to handle it better than AEW did.
No, they won't.
They know what they were doing.
The thing about what they did in AEW was Cody immediately neutered himself over there, Whereas he put it out there like, all right, if I don't win this match, I'm never going to be able to challenge for the championship. And that was just like, all right, he went out there and lost the match and was like, all right, now I'm in a holding pattern for the rest of my contract.
Or like you called it, a gatekeeper position.
But what if Cody's whole comeback goal in this time, like obviously it's the goal for him to fulfill his father's legacy, and but what if that's a work, and what if the main goal is for him? I mean, not that anybody would treat that as a work, and I'm not saying to treat that lightly, because obviously that's not light. It's freaking Dusty Rhodes' legacy, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like people would get more out of talking about Cody losing than him winning, because it'll be the obvious thing for him to win. I think maybe I'm just the anti-hero today.
No. I don't think we disagree with you in that aspect. Like if Roman wins and retains, like that's gonna be the talk of the town. Is like, oh my gosh, like Roman retained, like Cody didn't win. Like I don't disagree on you on that one. It's the aspect of you literally have this huge pop waiting for you, just like the fuse, which is Roman losing, and you get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the thing is, if you don't like the fuse, you're never gonna have that pop again.
And you already lost the pop with Sammy. That's the thing. You've already lost it with Sammy. Like Sammy winning in Montreal would have been that pop. Like his pop yesterday was big, but it wouldn't have been as big as it was in Montreal.
Drew winning in Clash with the Castle would have been that pop.
Yeah, they've missed it too many times. Like sometimes the obvious choice is the choice. Like I get it. As real wrestling fans, we want the swerve, we want the drama, we want the chaos. But the chaos doesn't always help long term. Because my question is, if they're already talking about retiring the Universal title, if they're talking about a new title design, if there are pictures leaking that Cody already has his plates ready, like you're overselling this to a point where anything less than the expected outcome is a disappointment, and you leave the weekend on a disappointing note. Like you leave it on a sour note.
That's what I'm saying. Like if they were gonna do that, if they were gonna like leave a sour note on stuff, that was for last night.
Yeah,
that was for last night. That was like I said. That's why I said the last two matches you were gonna have a heartbreak, but because they put that palate cleanser in there, that took it out of the question. And like now it's like, okay, you're getting all the heartfelt stories, because the one thing you could have done last night, if you wanted to keep the bloodline going, is or kind of throw some like Usos retain, Charlotte retain, and you could even have Cody win, and you'll still have the fraction storyline in the bloodline. But the Usos lost, gave you that pop for Sammy and KO,
Kevin.
and then you had Rhea winning, so that gives you that pop. So they had to hit their pops, and they're gonna do it again, because you can't miss them. If you were to miss it, you had to miss the KO and Sammy. I think of the three that we're talking about, that was the one you had to miss. You couldn't honestly, you couldn't miss on the Rhea.
Yeah,
you couldn't miss on the Rhea, and you can't miss on this one. You could miss on the Sammy and KO and have it at Backlash, and that could have been your main event for Backlash, where Cody doesn't have to be at Backlash, Rhea doesn't have to be at Backlash. Main event in Backlash could have been the Usos defending again against Sammy and KO, and that's when they lost it, and you get their pop there.
I was just thinking, like, what would Vince do? That's why.
That's what
would
Vince
Vince
that
do?
we all have.
Yeah.
And the one, like, he didn't piss nobody off last night. What makes you think that he won't tonight? He's still the final say before anything. So what do we know?
I mean, again, they say that's not true, but
guys, all day, I love it all, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one to watch. I mean, I think this was going to have a lot of swerves, but I don't think the ending is going to be a swerve.
It's a nail-biting swerve, but I think I'm sticking with Roman, man. I'm doing it. I'm gonna do it.
I respect it. I definitely respect it.
Like everything you said, like the way you have it, it makes sense. You know what I mean? It makes sense. You get more heat on Roman as it is. You literally bust the bubble. Like it all makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then you have the whole thing. You can plan out the whole thing with Roman and The Rock, because they're not gonna do a Black Adam 2 movie again. It's already said and done. So he's gonna have some time on his hands. If they
knowing that man, he's already got 4 or 5 contingency plans. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me run off on a little tangent real quick. This right here, this match, and like this, while you all were talking and everything like that, the wheels in my head were turning again. And this one setup, if you want to talk about getting somebody massive amounts of heat, this one setup in this match makes me so mad that they wasted Austin Theory's Money in the Bank. Could you imagine the amount of hatred this dude would get if Cody pulls off this victory and this dude is sitting in the ring half dead, celebrating, got his pyro going off and everything, and then all you hear is A-Town down.
Oh my God.
You want to talk about how Vince would have pissed people off? That was it.
Man, listen.
Vince, you still have a shot. Do this for me, please, so I can be right. Please.
And that's why we say, like, it's the whole thing with Money in the Bank. It's a great thing that happens. Sometimes they blow it away. They blow it up and they mess it bad. Bad.
Damn, man. This is why we watch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why we do this shit. This is why we love this shit, because this is what it does for us. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. This match is gonna be, I don't know. I don't even know what to expect tonight. I mean, we're talking all this mess. None of the things that we said could happen tonight. You never freaking know. Like
you don't, but we also know that they tap our line. So there's one of those scenarios gonna play out. I can guarantee you one of those scenarios is gonna play out.
Oh my God.
It definitely will. What?
Oh my God.
Oh, you got
this is the last match of the night. You're gonna have a bloodline segment in the locker room.
Wait, what?
Dude is gonna be berating the Usos all night.
Oh yeah. Oh, his own family could turn on him.
Oh my God.
Wait,
not to mention Rikishi's also there.
You're not doing
Rikishi, all the cousins and everything, they're all there.
Air just blowing up tonight.
Yo.
Oh
my God.
The fall of the Roman Empire and the bloodline tonight?
Bro, they're probably gonna have the whole family come out before the entrance and everything.
I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that.
I am.
I'm not ready for that.
So,
I'm not ready for
final thoughts on before we sign off.
This has a lot to live up to, but it also has a lot of potential to like literally reset the landscape of wrestling as we know it. Like this could literally you could have multiple moments where you're just like, by the time you go to sleep, you won't even know what hit you. Or it could suck. Like, there's always the downside of like, it could just be so
right.
terrible.
For real though, it's true. But it's true. You never know.
And that's the part that scares me, is that night one hit so hard, and Nick Khan has this whole like, we have so many surprises. You guys won't know what hit you. And I'm like,
what does that mean?
Like, you have a Japanese megastar and the other half of the first ever black female main event in the same match, while you have someone else who's a former employee but also an outside megastar. And then you have the idea of 3 of the most dominant European male wrestlers that we've seen in God knows how long, and the potential setup leading up to a pay-per-view in London. And then you have the bloodline. It's just like
the bloodline.
Like you there's so much here, and we have no idea.
Here's a crazy part.
A wall could break again. You never know.
Yeah. Here's the crazy part. Last time we had to wait 4 matches in before we got to the nitty gritty of like the here we're gonna have to wait 2 matches before the shit gets deep.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then you still have the potential of the surprise Bobby Lashley match in there somewhere.
Oh, the palate cleanser.
Oh no, I don't think there's potential in it.
In LA Night.
No, they I believe the setup is for him and KSI. They Fightful reported that they are transporting the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal Trophy for an entrance. So Lashley is having a match. And they threw out there last night or whatever, they had asked KSI like if he was able to have a match, who would he have a match against? And he said Lashley.
You know, real quick, I thought about this last night too with how last night went. I forgot to mention this. Like I thought, like with the way things were going with Sammy and Kevin, and you didn't know if they were gonna win or not, and they kept doing the 1-2, like kicking out and all this stuff. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, who would help Sammy and Kevin? Can you and it sounds stupid and dorky of me, and probably would never happen. Well, you never say never, but I was thinking for some reason, why not have Jericho come back and help him win those belts? just for the sake of a pop and hearing Jericho's music again and breaking the wall down. Like I thought that would have been actually cool. But they were already in Montreal and they should have done it then. Just like I felt like Trish should have arrived at Montreal, but they didn't and they missed on that. But whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. I had to say that really quick for that last night.
I would have loved if it was Adam Cole. Since they have that they had a faction in Ring of Honor called Mount Rushmore. Like there's history there where Adam Cole showing up makes absolute sense.
Are you serious right now?
Has a heart attack.
No. I'm sorry. I was listening to you, but then my loving fiance here wrote something down, and he was like, because he's behind me on the camera, like, I got it. I know what's gonna happen. And he's right. So his name is Matt. So Paul, he says, "What up?"
What up, Matt? Tell him to get on screen real quick if he wants to and say it.
Well, he's shy. He's shy.
Oh, it's all right.
He literally wrote this in the notebook though. He goes, "The Rock comes out at the end. You think he's gonna help Cody, but he hits Cody and helps Roman family over everything."
Oh, my!
You
my
ate
soul
that,
would
baby.
shatter.
Mic drop.
My soul would shatter.
That would be crazy too.
And you know what I would say? I told you. I told you. But that makes sense.
And we haven't had a heel Rock in God knows how long.
Wait,
you know what's really messed up?
Like, look,
that right there, some really weird way could actually lead to Rock Cena 3 because Cena endorsed Cody.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
He could retire Cena.
They can retire each other.
Old asses. The match I really wanted The Rock to retire in would have been him and Triple H, but we know that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, Trish unfortunately can't go no more.
Like I would have. That's what I was like. Oh my God, can you imagine?
Cena and The Rock to headline Battlegrounds.
I mean, it gets eyes on the product. I'll give that 100% would make me watch Battlegrounds.
Merch will still be alright.
Oh yeah, the merch would fly. Yeah. The merch would fly off. Good Lord.
But yeah, that just a little segue ending there right there. That was
those are your final thoughts too?
That was his final thought. I don't want to take credit for that thought because that was actually pretty fucking genius.
It was. What are your final thoughts?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, my final thoughts. First of all, thank y'all. I really feel like even just doing this, like when I got off yesterday, I got off the phone and I was just like, oh my God, that was so fun. I felt like what I said actually mattered because there's guys and people that care about what I have to say with wrestling and want to talk with me about it. Like, thank you guys for giving me that. So I appreciate this. I am enjoying my new community of wrestling family here, and I would love to do this again with you guys. So that's first on my final thoughts. Second on my final thoughts, night 1 was the shit. Let's enjoy night 2, and let's go Roman. And I appreciate y'all for having me on here. I really enjoyed doing this. This was so much fun. I could do this all day, honestly. I will be doing a live later on tonight on Instagram right now because I'm still playing around with YouTube setups and everything like that. But I am gonna just hang around on Instagram for a couple of hours tonight to watch along a little bit. Maybe not the whole show, but I'll be on, and I'm gonna enjoy myself. My family's coming over. Got our WrestleMania party every year. We always get together, and yeah, and I hope you guys enjoy the show as well. I've enjoyed putting my input. I've enjoyed hearing y'all's input, and shout outs to y'all.
Thank you, Benny.
First and foremost, I'll throw up that too sweet for anybody who wants it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The other
Yes,
thing,
sir.
the other thing is the prevailing thought
Black and white.
throughout most of the wrestling community is that WrestleMania X7. Some people say 19, but WrestleMania X7, according to most of the people in the community, was the best WrestleMania of all time.
Wow.
Night one set us on track to surpass that.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot wait to see if night two fulfills its end of the bargain and knocks X7 off of its pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting, and I'm hoping it does. That's all.
Oh man, so this has been great. We've loved having you, Wrestling with Honey. Please go, if you have an IG, go follow her at Wrestling with Honey.
IG, TikTok.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you have TikTok as well?
Yeah, TikTok too. I'm on
Okay.
it.
Night one was great. It was great. It hit where it had to go. Night two, everybody on night two has pressure, but if you're on night two, it's for a reason. So I agree with Betty. I think we literally had appetizer last night, and it's time for the main course.
And we
It's going to be crazy insane. And if they say they had many surprises and they only had a little bit last night, and we're getting them all tonight, oh my god, are we in for a show? And no matter how it ends tonight, I think we're all going to be like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because something is going to happen to have our jaws on the mouth.
That was me last night.
Yeah, no matter who wins.
They actually won it. They did it.
Yeah, no matter who wins. I think if Roman retains, we're going to be like, holy shit.
I'm going to be livid.
Except me.
I won't. I'll just be surprised.
I'm going to be livid.
I'll be surprised.
Be very, very happy.
I'll be surprised.
And very, very right.
I'll be surprised, but I'll more interested to see where they're going to go with the start line if he retains. And with that, thank you everybody for joining us. This was a lot longer than expected.
Me.
Oh, yeah.
You
were the first one.
No, I was not. I didn't say anything.
I thought you did.
No, I said nothing.
I was like, final thoughts, Jay. I was like, went from like that.
No. You went straight to Miss Honey and just hit me.
Nah, I went to you first.
I would not be silenced.
Like,
no, I would not be silenced.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
All I can say is, Honey, it's been an absolute pleasure. Loved having you. Come back anytime you want. Please like, comment, subscribe on this. Go follow Wrestling with Honey on TikTok and Instagram. Let's grow this community. Like, this one is for us that grew up, who were the kids that were teased for liking wrestling. Now It's a cool thing. This is, this is more than I think any of us growing up could have ever imagined, that we'd find a community like this. So we got to keep supporting each other. We got to keep allowing it to grow and just have fun. Just have fun. Also, night 2 needs to deliver. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, night 2 has to deliver. If it doesn't deliver, this WrestleMania is gonna have a sour taste. Not to mention, this is the first WrestleMania that Triple H has fully been in control of, as we know. So this one has to hit, because it has to hit that precedent. It has to hit to the point where there's no doubt in anyone's mind that Triple H is a superior booker. He's the right choice for creative. Vince needs to sell the company and go away. So yeah, that's really my last thought. Like night 2 needs to hit. Whatever the results are, night 2 needs to hit.
That's what it's gonna do. Slap the reality back into everybody. That's what it's gonna do.
And show people that like wrestling is still the superior form of entertainment. Because again, I think Triple H said it best. Like, you can go to the Super Bowl, you can go to the NBA playoffs or the finals, and you can go to all these places. And yes, they are a spectacle. Yes, they are amazing. But there is absolutely nothing like going to a fully produced live event and feeling that kind of energy. That energy does not exist in any other forum known to man.
Yeah.
It is everything
regular concert,
about, like, it is everything about the Coliseum. It is the base instinct of our entertainment. And so what if it's fake? You watch movies all the time. Cry Me a River.
Soap operas.
People watch reality TV, soap operas, all of that. They were doing it before it was popular. They will continue to do it long before it's gone. Like, this is what we wrestling fans have always known. And now I'm just happy the rest of the world gets to see it. So I'm going to end it on that.
Shout out, Jay. Well,
sorry, Jay, I skipped you.
Always trying to shut me up.
Round of applause.
The audacity.
Oh.
Round of applause for all y'all. This is for all y'all.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Until next time, we will have Honey back with us when she's available. We would love to have her, and next time as well too. Let's see how that works out.
Let's do it. I'm here, Oos.
Enjoy the show, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.